We cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Good morning, Fan Run Nation. We've reached the middle of the week, and with this weather, I don't want it to end, man. So nice. So nice. Hope you all are out there enjoying it too. Back in here, the countdown to football continues. Today, we start with news of Josh Heupel getting a significant contract extension ahead of the start of the 25 season. Terms extend to 2030. The dollars remain the same, but at $9 million per year, it's a pretty comfy security blanket for Josh and for Vol Nation. We'll do a little recap of what things have been like in the Josh Heupel era on Rocky Top in Hour 1. Also in Hour 1, we'll check in with our Titans guy, Easton Freeze from A to Z Sports. Preseason is over, and the boys in blue are about 10 days away from their season opener. What are Easton's takeaways on Cam Ward and the rest of the team, and were there any surprises from Cutdown Day yesterday? We'll discuss it with Mr. Freeze. We'll also preview Tennessee-Syracuse, along with some of the other blockbuster matchups in the coming week 1 of college football with one of our favorites, when Jake Crane of Crane & Company joins the show in Hour 2. And we'll also have our summer taste test finale today as well, the last one. It's all coming your way on this Hump Day edition of Under Review. Football's coming, people. Let's get to it right now.
From the studios of Fox Sports Knoxville, it's time for Under Review with Bob Baskerville on Fan Run Radio.
Welcome. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, middle of the week, closing out another week. But the difference this time is it's a week where at this moment we are only 3 days, 74 hours to be specific, till football time in Tennessee. Only 31 and a half hours until week 1 of college football officially kicks off. And then to put a little cherry on top of it all, only 8 days till the regular season in the NFL starts. My God, what a time to be alive. We are so happy. Hope you are too. Appreciate you coming along for the ride. Let's do it. We are coming to you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios of Fan Run Radio. This is Under Review. I'm your host, Bob Baskerville, joined as always by Sam Beard. Got Brett Hollander and Jake Jenkins in the production booth. And you, the listener. The most important part. Always appreciate you spending time with us, however you choose to do that. On the radio dial, AM 1340, FM 105.7. I think we've had some difficulties today, but I think we're about to be back on the radio dial today. Maybe you're streaming us live. That's cool too. FanRunRadio.com can get you there on your desktop or your laptop. Or if you're using your mobile device, you can use that free Fan Run mobile app. You can also podcast us later. We record everything we do. So if you're a time shifter, you don't have time to listen to us live, you can check us out later on. Pretty much wherever you listen to your podcasts. And then there's video. Fan Run TV. I can see you now. Hope you see us over on YouTube. You can like and subscribe there. You can also chat with us live there. And we're also on X for video and Twitch. Pretty much everywhere. And for you guys that support us, cannot thank you enough. Means a lot. Means a lot to our show at Under Review. Means a lot to the brand at Fan Run. You can also be a part of the program on a live basis too. The phone lines are open. Text box is open. Let us know what's on your mind. Area code 865-966-3435 gets you there. That's 966-3435. And again, you can communicate with us, not just watch us on video, but you can drop your comments, your complaints, your questions over on X at Fox Sports Knox. Guys, we're getting there. So close. So close. Can taste it. Whatever football tastes like. We're there. We're there. Also, speaking of taste, we do have what a grand finale today for the summer taste test. Boys. We got three things.
Like three different
things.
Okay.
With versions of each.
So like 9 different things?
Well, yeah. 3 different products.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the variations, yeah, there's 9.
Wow. All right, Bob. Going all out for the last taste test Wednesday.
Yeah. And it's we're going out with a bang. We may not survive.
We dedicating like the last hour of the show to it?
Nah, it's just gonna be a long segment.
Okay.
In the third hour. So important though, we're bumping Jake Crane up to hour 2 today.
Wow.
Well, also he just dropped his Tennessee Syracuse preview, and I was like, well, that's timely. So
yeah,
we need to get to that too.
Yeah, I actually spent yesterday watching a couple of Jake Crane videos of just some of the games for this week and stuff like that. But I did see the Tennessee Syracuse one this morning, and I didn't get a chance to listen to that breakdown. But we'll get it straight from the source this afternoon.
They do a good job.
They do. I like them.
They definitely dig in, and they know ball. And his one guy, David Cohn, played at Michigan, and they do a nice job. So we'll be talking. But yeah, I said, hey, I need a favor, man. I need you to maybe go about 45 minutes earlier if you can, because we got this taste test thing. I didn't tell him why. That wouldn't have gone over well.
You're getting replaced for Pringles.
Yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts on Goldfish? Because that's what's bumping you today.
Mm-hmm.
Bumping him up, though. Bumping him up. It's not like he's not doing the segment. So let's say hello to the rest of the gang. We got stuff to cover, but let's go around the room first. Sam, how have you been?
I'm doing good. It's the last sleep until football, guys.
It's true.
You got football on the TV tomorrow.
True.
You'll get it Friday, and then obviously the main event Saturday. But this is the last time that you got to fall asleep without real college football getting played. Spent yesterday kind of getting ready for the weekend and stuff like that, starting to look at lines, look at where games are headed, watch some previews. Like I said, I was watching a little Jake Crane, was watching a little bit of the Film Guide Network, Brooks Austin over there. I like seeing the film breakdowns of each game and stuff like that, and who to watch and where the breaks are going to be made and everything. So I'm getting acclimated. I'm getting ready to go. Feels good. Just like slowly, it's like warming up your car in the morning in the wintertime or something like that. I'm sitting in the car right now. I'm a little bit chilly, but letting that engine get heated up for Saturday, and then we'll be ready to roll.
I cannot wait. I really can't. It's going to be so good. So good. And then to say it doesn't end is not an overstatement, because there's less action on Sunday night, but there's action. And
there's action.
Monday night, got one game, Chapel Bill.
Chapel Bill.
And then how quickly do we start getting into action? It's probably not next week, but
I think it takes a little while to get into action, I want to say.
gotta love some Tuesday night football. It's coming.
When is the first week of action? I should know that.
Buck on the live chat said, I was doing this yesterday on the show. He's got it though. He says, walk outside, take a slow, deep breath, and that's what football tastes like. He's right. He's right. That weather is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. I was out walking the dog this morning and I was like, I was time strapped, but it's like, man, I could do this for another half hour.
Yeah, it just feels good out there.
Yeah, just take it in.
Just feels good.
Dog's sniffing around. She doesn't care.
Yeah. She's
like, yeah, whatever. I smell something that I maybe could eat. So let me try to check that out. Brett, how are you?
Good. I was over at Webb all evening. We had JV and varsity soccer over there last night. So it's been a while since I've been on Webb's over there. And it's nice, but it was busy last night. There's not much parking because it was a big game and they had softball going too. So there wasn't like much parking over by where the soccer field is.
Yeah.
So we had to park. I don't even know what building it was, but that other soccer field there across from the baseball field.
Yeah.
And so I parked like whatever that building is up there behind that soccer field. I'm talking about there's that one soccer field that's not the main home field, but then there's the one across from that base. So we parked up there and had to walk. It's not too bad of a walk, but it was
kind of behind the baseball or to the side of the baseball.
Behind the soccer field that's back there. So, but it was busy over there. They had like I said, softball going. They had the soccer game going, But I was there till like 10 o'clock last night, so did that. And then I guess today's a big day, Ryder Cup picks. So here at 11 o'clock, Keegan's got – I don't envy Keegan today. It'd probably be easier if he wasn't playing so well. But there's a lot of rumors that this Griffin guy might be getting left off as of a couple minutes ago as I was doing some reading. So that'd be interesting if they pick Colin over Griffin or a lot of the people. So – got that. And then, you got the YouTube and Fox deadline supposedly at 5 o'clock today. So that's a lot of news going to drop today on a couple different fronts. But, so that's kind of how things are going for me right now.
That'll feed right into Sam's headlines about the Ryder Cup.
I'm hoping that they get announced like right at 12 so I can, or maybe just at the back end of headlines. They'll be in there by like 12:20ish.
Well, Brett, are you saying
they're saying 11 a.m. is when the press conference starts.
I think it's 11 Central, I want to say.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
Even though it's at Bethpage, which is Eastern time? I don't know.
I think when I looked up some article, it said...
It makes sense it'd be at like a noon, but I don't know. I just keep seeing 11, so I didn't look that deep and see if it was Central or Eastern, but I'm very interested in these. Very interested in seeing these picks.
Kind of working on I got a new mic in here. And
I see that.
Presumably it sounds better. And it's also on the apparatus, though, that I'm watching the video, and I'm trying to make sure it doesn't block our beautiful faces. Sam, you're still on the old tech. It's coming. You're getting a new one here shortly, I believe. Had a little bit of a manufacturing issue with the mount, but
it's like be the third different one y'all have been trying over there, I feel like, right?
Yeah.
'Cause there was one more like this than those that Sam has, and now you got this other one.
Well, and the thing is, this one we're using is a pretty badass mic. The problem is it can't work with the other mounts that we had, so you got to do a different one. And not to mention the fact that and I have these at home in my little setup, and these are good, but they're also, they can get out of weight balance real easy. So if you don't watch it, they can tip and everything else. So because if the mic's heavy enough, gets a little crazy. So I don't know. We're just going to have to work through that. Some people are kind of like, it's good. We can't see your face. It's not a problem. Man, people are starting to talk. Mr. Jones, go Vols. It's always football time in Tennessee. And then he finishes with Throwy Aguilar.
I like that.
Throwy.
I like that.
I think we need to cool it on these nicknames. The guy hadn't even thrown a pass for the University of Tennessee yet. We're calling him Swagular.
We need more nicknames.
No, because the nicknames are going to turn bad if he doesn't play well Saturday.
I like Joey Football, the one we started. We'll take credit for it. We started that when he committed here.
I just want to see a guy throw first.
Brett doesn't like fun nicknames. He just wants to call him.
You got to earn a nickname. I'm sorry, you can't be taking other people's nicknames and then giving this guy. As excited as we are about him, you don't get a nickname yet. I'm sorry. What was his nickname at App? Did he? I mean, Mr. Picks.
Throwy Aguilar.
Mr. Picks.
I mean, goodness. Let's cool it on this.
Pick a winner.
God forbid a guy has a little optimism about his quarterback.
I'm all for optimism, but he can stick his Joey Aguilar for right now.
I like Throwy Aguilar.
Goodness gracious. Just throw it to our team, Aguilar.
Yeah. Jake, you're back. You had some school this week. How's it all going?
I'm back. It's going. I'm getting into the groove. No classes today, so I get to hang out with y'all.
That's nice.
Have a nice little break. But yeah, I'm getting into the groove. It's having a good time over there. Classes are super good. Excited about.
Is that like an every Wednesday on your schedule? You have no class on Wednesday, or is that just like a one-off thing?
Yeah, no, I have no classes Wednesdays or Fridays.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's clutch.
It's a pretty good schedule.
Oh, there you have a 4-day weekend every week. Or 3-day weekend, I guess.
3-day weekend. Actually, 4-day weekend coming up because of Labor Day. We don't have school.
That is true.
Keep living in that dream world, man.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it while you got it.
Speaking of dream world, go ahead and talk about your alien Earth.
You
said you're holding it for the show, Bob.
It is. Yeah. Jake watched it. I watched it. My daughter watched it with me. I have a theory, Jake. I have a theory that the little eyeball monster is
that thing's gonna break out.
It's got mental powers.
Okay.
And I think that's what's happening to the one girl that he tried to attack at first. I don't know if it's a he or a she, but
that's why she has like PTSD and all that stuff.
She's totally freaked out.
The ending was something else, though. I'm excited.
Yeah,
we might have a friendly alien on our hands or something.
Nah, it's just that she connects with them.
I'm gonna train it.
But that was a baby xenomorph, right? So it's gonna grow into something nasty and scary, and the fact that it just broke through glass.
I know. It just shot straight.
It's crazy, man. I could go on and on. You guys can just leave.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we need to start our own show.
Sam and Brett are like,
is it just like floats or? I mean, I don't know how I'm picturing this eyeball thing.
No, it's got like it's kind of
an octopus,
kind of a cross between a little octopus and it's a big eyeball that has like a bunch of kind of what would you call it?
Irises.
Pupils, yeah. And so when they show its point of view, it's kind of like a kaleidoscope.
Oh, okay.
It can see multiple things, but then it moves around. So it's like an octopus that can walk and run.
Wow.
And what it does, like it did last night with a lab goat, it came, they've got it in a sealed place.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out, it attacks the lab goat, and it removes one of the lab goat's eyes and burrows itself in there because, optic nerves connect to your brain.
Right.
So that it controls the brain. It's
wow.
wild.
And then it takes control of that freaking goat and it stands on 2 legs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm so confused right now.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think the only listener who probably cares about this, and he's probably not listening, is some random guy because I know he's watching it too.
My dad's all in, and I'm sure he's listening to this right now.
Yeah, it's wild, and we'll leave it at that. And then I also watched episode 5 of the Cowboys.
This you're on both sides of the spectrum here.
Well, that's a different kind of freak show because it's really at that point it's digging into the discord between Jimmy and Jerry, and then the pursuit of Deion Sanders, which starts to bother me, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, it's good. It's interesting. Some people. I was talking to Bear about it yesterday, and Bear thinks it's just too much of a. There's a term that it's not suitable for work, but it's a bit of a piece for Jerry Jones's vanity, basically, is what he thinks about the series. He doesn't like it for that reason. I don't know. Sam's seen the first couple.
Shocker, Bear doesn't like it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Bear doesn't like talking about key lime pie yesterday, and Bear's like, I don't.
Bear was calling me like giving me the dirty look for saying
that
I
was
like
on his
key lime
list.
pie.
Yeah,
he said it's like the number 1 thing on the list.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it's numbered.
Yeah.
I thought it's just a
key lime pie
Rolodex of things that are it's so endless that you can't rank them. But he said it's number 1.
Sam's had it. I've had it. Have you had the Andes concrete?
No, I haven't had that yet.
Got to get it because it's seasonal. It is phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. phenomenal. They
Get over
literally
there.
jam a piece of key lime pie into
Wow.
the custard and blend it.
Wow.
I think back when we started this show, that was what you made me go get that. We were talking
I
about
do remember that,
key
yeah.
lime concrete.
Daniel.
And I was like,
Daniel, that's right.
all right, I'll go out and get it. And I got it that night, and it lived up.
Daniel's favorite was like vanilla with chocolate chips in it or something. It was like, great, knock yourself out, get crazy. I don't know. Hey, listener Will Brett, he agrees with you. Said, hey, Bazooka Joe didn't pan out either. And then Buck says, Joe,
I don't think we were calling Hooker Hendo Cinco until he started,
nah, you're right.
starting to lighten it up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We did it with Nico too, right? The Polynesian prince, the prince that
Who
was promised. Yeah.
It's not worked out real well.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You might have a point. Buck says he's going to be known as the water boy if he throws interceptions like he did at App State. We're going to know soon enough. That's the good news.
I mean, we got King George over there. We got Merkslinger. I mean, we got nicknames for guys that may not even throw a pass here.
That's right. Max,
come on down.
Max
Gilbert.
Gilbert.
We are not calling Faze on anything until he gets on campus.
How about a phase on?
Let's not give Tristan. Let's not give any of our players anything till they
amazing phase on. That's it.
Give him the keys to Tristan. I don't know.
I love it. All right. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to hit a break. When we return, we're going to take a few minutes and give some props. Man, Josh Heupel, like it or not, Vol fans, I like it, by the way. Josh Heupel's here, and he's going to be here for a little bit. Extends his contract yesterday. We'll talk about that. More importantly, let's talk for a few minutes. I don't want to get too sheepy, but, man, do not forget where we were before he came in, okay? We always want to raise the bar. And we're going to do that every single year. But I'd say he's earned his keep for sure so far. We'll talk about it on the other side. Stick around. It's Under Review on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans, this is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. We do. We're Farm Bureau Insurance. And we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance. Tennessee's insurance company.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance for Tennesseans. Believe in me for all of your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
The Drive with Russell Smith, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6.
Join us weekday afternoons here on Fan Run Radio. We'll be discussing all the latest Tennessee football, basketball, and baseball news with expert analysis from special guests along with your phone calls. It's The Drive, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6, right here on Fan Run Radio.
Flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, Pack Rat. Yeah, you. Are you moving cross-country and you just don't know who to call? Call us right now. Listen, you've probably seen one of our containers in your neighborhood. But did you know that we can help you move anywhere in the United States? It's real simple. We'll drop a container off at the location you tell us to bring it to. You pack up your valuable possessions at your leisure. They stay safe right in your home. And when you're ready, call us. We'll come and pick up the container and give you a scheduled date of when your furniture furniture and the other possessions will be at your new home. So if you're moving across country or across town, be a pack rat. Join the Pack Rat family. Call Pack Rat right now for your free quote. See y'all later, Pack Rats.
Call 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. That's 800-965-1298.
Top K for today. Big announcement yesterday for Tennessee football ahead of their season opener against Syracuse. Coach Josh Heupel gets a contract extension, extending him to the year 2030. Essentially the completion of the 2029 season. So another, 26, 7, 8, 9, another 4 seasons beyond this one. No raise here, but he will still be making the roughly $9 million per season that he gets now, which is pretty solid. I would take that. It would just stretch that horizon out a little more. That's big money. And we talk about it. We think about our expectations for this season. We talk about how we're a little bummed that may not be a college football playoff team like we were last year. That happens, I mean, this is the thing. College football's never been more competitive than it is now. So many good teams, and it's still just a field of 12. But boy, that's not to say that Josh Heupel's not earned what he's gotten in terms of Tennessee coaching. It's my 2 cents. Some people may beg to differ, but I think all you have to do is take a look back, Sam, at what he has accomplished so far in his first 4 seasons. And again, like I said, going into the break, compare that to what happened in the years preceding his arrival to Knoxville.
No, yeah. I mean, I think it is 100% fair to say that this is completely earned and not given. And taking over the program at such a tumultuous point where it just felt like nothing could go right for you, hiring guys that you just were kind of swinging and missing on constantly, getting into trouble with the NCAA and recruiting violations. And, he was swimming in a creek without a paddle, I guess would be the radio safe version of that one when he first got into Tennessee here. And he's been able to establish himself from the very jump. Like even in the first year, despite not, getting to the 9-10 win threshold that he's been able to do in the last couple of years, it was a fun brand of football and the losses were competitive and you were able to go out there and put up a lot of points on SEC defenses. And then 22 is such a magical season. And then you kind of start to see him refine his game a little bit more and kind of build a more sustainable approach to going out there and winning football games and everything. I think Josh Heupel's done exactly what you've needed him to do, and honestly even more ever since he's been here. And it's hard to, imagine where you would be kind of without him. And man, you're 37-15 and 20-12 in the conference in his 4 seasons as head coach here. I think you gotta zoom out on an announcement like this and really realize the progress that he's made in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, I remember after. Well, we've talked about it. Like you said, Sam, the 21 season was, to me, such a pleasant surprise. I was like, man, I can get behind this guy. Yeah. And then towards 22, man, there was talk, and I heard it on, Tony Basilio said it, right? He was like, man, I'm getting Steve Spurrier vibes with this guy as coach. This guy could be a mastermind, Now, it hasn't been quite as explosive the last couple of years, but we're still winning games, And I think some of that, we were joking about it in the last segment. I think some of that is he had a really special quarterback who was having a special season in Hendon Hooker. You get that. A coach like Josh Heupel can absolutely cook if he has that kind of guy. I believe it. And I could care less what some of these other clowns are saying from the periphery. The latest was, and I'm sure we'll get to it at some point in the show today, Joel Klatt some of the stuff he said, on his podcast, it's like, I got no use for it, man. I think if you have the right personnel, this guy is, is he Nick Saban level, Kirby Smart level? Probably not, obviously, but I think he's a top 10 or 12 coach. I believe that. And so, I mean, Ryan Shumpert compiled a few stats. I mean, God, 37 wins in the 4 seasons he's been here, right? So what? The Vols, the 4 seasons prior to Josh, won 20 games. So he doubled that, essentially.
Yeah.
2 10-win regular seasons in his first 4. There were none of those in the previous 19 years. I mean, numbers don't lie.
And I think when you look at these other coaches around the country, like there's not too many of them that really had to kind of get it out of the mud at a program that is, it is storied program, and it is one that, has a big brand to it, but there's not too many of those programs that are kind of just in the gutter like Tennessee was whenever Josh Heupel took over. And I think he deserves a lot of credit for that.
Yeah.
Not to talk, I don't necessarily buy into like the born on third base stuff for Ryan Day, because I think he's elevated that program as well. But like, he was not given the keys to a shiny brand new Ferrari type of thing. Like, he had to go out there and make a lot of money with kind of a beat up old Honda Civic or something like that. And then he's slowly been able to bring his guys in there now, and you feel like you're getting into sports car territory a little bit.
That's a good analogy. I agree. I think that, again, who do you call our 2 biggest rivals? Alabama and Florida, right? We've beaten them twice each in the Josh Heupel era. It's like, I could take that all day long. If we can have a 500 record at least against those schools, think about where we were with that. We only beat those guys a total of 2 times in like the 16 years prior to him being here. Now, let's not kid ourselves. Georgia lies in wait. We gotta take them down. And that's been the one that's been kind of out there haunting Josh a little bit. And then we also have to get past that one really miserable road game each season too. But man, that's far different than what we've been experiencing. Far different.
Yeah.
On the chat box, Will says, I understand how dumb this may sound, but I can't help but think that the extension comes before the season in the event that Oklahoma sends Brent Venables packing. Don't want to get into a bidding war to try to keep Josh. I don't know, possible. And then GBMFO says, well, Venables will be Heupel's DC here before he goes back to Oklahoma. Josh has no fondness for that place. He then adds, we were on the verge of being a death penalty program in effect. Heupel is our guy. He just needs help recruiting.
I mean, you're starting to see that with the 26 class too. There's a lot of really good momentum on the recruiting side of things with that 2026 class. It's just, like I'm saying, when you don't take over a program that is, like, even just to maybe pull up like Florida with Billy Napier struggling and stuff like that. Like, that was still a program where he was able to pull in top 10 classes and everything. And I just think with some of the scholarship limitations that Heupel had at the start of this thing, where he just couldn't recruit as many guys as he needed to, and really having to kind of overhaul that roster in terms of, hey, you got to build up the depth first, and then you're going in and getting the star talent now. And I think you're starting to see that depth really shine through at certain positions, and still kind of a work in progress at some other ones. But then now in that 26 class, you're starting to get a bunch of blue chip talent in there as well. And I think that's just some of the growing pains of taking over a program that was in such a bad spot when he first took it over.
Yeah. Brett, quickly, your thoughts on this? You feel it's deserved? You good with it? Where are you at?
I'm not going to poo-poo it today. I could nitpick this thing all day, these 37 wins and things like that. But I'll celebrate Heupel and what he's turned our program around. I will give him credit for that. I'm still on the fence about where he is as a overall coach, though. I will say that, because I haven't you guys talk about the win, like the road wins. Where are they? Where's your? You can talk about beating Florida and Alabama, but again, you're underdogs going into the season to both those teams. Like,
sure.
Like, I don't understand. Like, I out of those 37 wins, where are the big wins? Like, that's what I'm saying. Is he just beating up on the lesser dogs? Like his top 25 record, things like that. Like, I didn't understand the extension for 1 year. I don't understand it. That's just me. But I'm probably in the minority on this, but I kind of need to see more. We're going into year 5, and I don't like being underdogs to these teams that are your rivals. The schedule's only going to get harder for Heupel and company starting next year. It is, even with the permanent. You're not going to.
You don't take any stock into where the program.
I said, yeah. Start. I mean, I agree. He's gotten us to a better spot. There's no doubt about that.
Much better.
But your offense the last 2 seasons in the conference has been terrible. Terrible. Bottom of the conference. Your quarterback play has been terrible last two seasons. You're supposed to be quarterback guy.
And he still won 10 games.
Exactly, but that wasn't because of him. You can't tell me last year was because of Heupel.
I think a lot of it could be.
Well, you complain about Nico. That's his guy. That's his job.
Guys, the coaches around him have done great jobs to elevate your team when the offense isn't doing all that great.
Willie Martinez.
Running back coach.
Yeah.
You just had Dylan Sampson run all over the world last year.
I'm just saying.
They also
had one of the best running games in the country since Josh Heupel's gotten here every single year with 3 stars.
The other thing I would say is I think a counter argument to that is, and people didn't love it last year, but we still won 10 games, got to the playoffs. They adjusted the game plan. Okay. I mean, he didn't go Michael Leach on everyone and just continue to try to air raid the ball all the time and everything else. He recognized he didn't have it. He didn't have that ability with Nico. So they changed it. I'll take wins over any of that. And I'm not saying that makes you an elite coach, but it's not that. Certainly, I think he's far from being like a questionable coach.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I think I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get people pissed off. It's too early in the morning, but I don't know. I just think it's a little overblown, these 37 wins. That's all I'm going to say.
GBMFO just wrote, you can have this or Butch Jones coaching.
I mean, yeah.
Do you understand now?
He had 9 wins. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, with like a team that was loaded with NFL talent too. I mean,
Heupel's getting a big advantage with this whole playoff thing too. I mean, now that you don't have to win the East and you don't have to do all this other stuff, like you can have 3 losses and go still compete for a national championship.
Yeah, Ohio State did it.
I don't think you should be 5-point dogs to Florida right now. Florida was about to fire their coach last year. Like, I don't know where the program is, honestly. I think we're getting bumped up by this weak schedule this year. You're underdogs against the best 3 teams on your schedule.
Let me ask you this question, and all the perceived flaws aside, et cetera, with Nico. If Nico was still QB1, do you think we wouldn't be favored against Florida?
Probably not.
You don't
Probably
think
not.
You don't think we'd be favored?
Because I don't think Nico was that good. I don't think people think that either. At some point, talent is talent, whoever your coach is, right? Like, if you can throw a football, complete a pass, that's on the guy.
Yeah.
And that's where I don't fault Heupel. Like, Heupel had the guys running open. Nico didn't hit him. I mean, that's not Heupel. So, I don't know. We're not saying anything different, Do you think we'd be favored against Florida with Nico?
I think possibly so.
You had the guys open,
yeah,
but you're criticizing the coach and the offense that he's running. I think you need to just be criticizing the quarterback that was running the offense, not the coach. That proves to me that the system's still working.
I don't know. If you guys think he's doing a good job, that's fine. I mean,
he's doing a great job.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, how many of the 37 wins can you count that have been big time wins, quality wins against better teams? Besides the one twice against Alabama at home, twice against Florida at home. Outside of that, what has he won?
I'm not going to be complaining about the guy that when our last coach was losing back-to-back games to Georgia State and BYU.
I'm not arguing Heupel versus the other coaches here. I'm arguing the guy that's our current coach. I know Heupel's best coach we've had in a long, long time. I'm just frustrated.
So you would reward that?
I don't know.
Let's hit a break. Listener Will said Brett still has some Nate Hodges left in him, and I love it. So
that's where I got my start.
Yeah. Then
I could be critical. I mean, I don't understand a contract extension. I don't.
Oh, I think
for 1 year. What does that even mean?
I just think I don't know. I do think that there's whoever said it earlier. I think some of it's Danny playing defense, just kind of reminding Heupel like, "Hey, we love you, man." In case you
extending,
that's
Banks. That's who he needs to be extending.
Yeah. Well, Josh will have to weigh in on that. And maybe he will now. The other thing is, again, I think it is noteworthy. He's making a bunch of money, but it wasn't like he extended him and like added 25% to his salary and everything else. He just added another year to the term. So
All right. Happy for Heupel. Good job.
There you go. There we go. That's the spirit. All right. Let's hit a break. When we return, we're going to jump over to the NFL for a little bit. And because of availability, we're putting this guy up a little earlier. Wanted to check in with Easton Freeze to talk Tennessee Titans as we wrap up hour one. Let's get to a break. We'll be right back. We will continue the conversation on Tennessee football, the university. Don't you worry. We'll get to it. But first, Easton Freeze coming up. Stick around. Under review on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet. Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Citizens National Bank.
We make it easy to save money. Get access to thousands of discounts on shopping, dining, and travel with the CNB Plus Perks account. It's a powerful new way to save money with roadside assistance, cell phone protection, identity theft protection, and credit monitoring. Banking at CNB has its perks. Call or stop by a branch for more details.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Welcome back. We'll get back to the Tennessee conversation for sure in hour two. But before we wrap up hour one, let's get a little visit and a take on the Tennessee Titans. The NFL, like I said at the beginning of the show, is only 8 days away from kicking off. The Titans are about 10-ish days or so from kicking off. They wrapped up preseason. Cut day was yesterday. A lot going on. Got this rookie quarterback that we hope is a generational talent for the Titans. Let's get a perspective from a guy who's been covering the Titans in preseason as well as anybody does out there. He does it for A to Z Sports. Friend of the show, it's Easton Freeze. Easton, how are you, man?
Long time no hear, guys. How are y'all?
We are good. We are good. We got about a tight 15, so we want to get to business because I'm sure you've got some thoughts. We've been following some of the stuff you've been doing on A to Z. I'll start, and it's, Sam will get to some of the finer points. I know, with his Titans fandom, he's got some good questions and thoughts. I'll start with the simple one, and that is 3 games into, and it's all preseason, so we know that's somewhat provisional, but we're 3 games into the Cam Ward era. How would you grade him if you were giving him a letter grade so far? And again, we know this isn't the real football, but it's a precursor and at least a good sample to look at.
Nobody's asked me that question. How about a B+? I'll give him a B+ because we haven't seen a whole lot. He threw less than 20 passes in those 3 games, played a couple of series in each. But and on paper, I think he went 10 of 19. I forget how many yards, but it was maybe right at 100, less than 100. On paper, it's not a particularly impressive preseason by any means. That being said, when you actually watch what he did, I think you saw flashes of all of the different things you're looking for encouragement, from his pocket management to his timeliness getting the ball out to his willingness to push the ball downfield and gunsling a little bit, to his ability to handle things pre-snap and make decisions in a split second to get the ball where it needs to go, set his protections, all of the things that are 201 and 301 things in the NFL in terms of quarterbacking from the pocket that some guys just don't get. And to me, that is the first thing whenever a rookie quarterback comes into the league that I'm looking for is, can you do those 201, 301 level things that are required to be a good quarterback? We lose sight of the fact that if you can't handle your protections, if you don't understand where the ball is supposed to go, if you don't understand timing, some of these more fundamental things that make the good pocket passers good, then you're not going to succeed as a rookie or ever in the NFL. And he did a lot of those things. He checked a lot of those boxes for me. So I think it is exactly what you'd want to see from a preseason for a rookie.
Easton, a bit of a 2-1 here. I know that the Titans being that number 1 team on the waiver wire, a good opportunity for them to kind of get some guys that maybe haven't made the cut. So I want to get maybe 3 or 4 guys that you're most interested in the Titans picking up off the waiver wire, and then also maybe 1 or 2 guys that were your most surprising cuts that the Titans have already made to their current roster as well.
Oh man, the surprising cuts answer is more involved and easier for me. I'll be honest with you guys. When it comes to waiver wire wish lists, it's not really my game. Not that I don't know these players that are on the wire. I do, but I'm painfully aware of the fact that there's a reason they got cut. And in the 24 hours between when they got cut yesterday and when they're going to be picked up today, the juice is not worth the squeeze for me to dive into what's wrong with each of them. Like,
how about positions?
It's kind of like shopping a Goodwill. It's like, this seems really nice. Your first instinct is, what's wrong with it? What piece is missing, right? Like, so that's not to say there aren't good options out there. And I can name a couple of guys that are the most obvious guys that stick up on the top of the pile. As long as everybody understands, once and we're going to find out here in roughly an hour and a half-ish, maybe less, 2.5 or less hours, who the Titans have decided to add with their number 1 waiver claim. This first waiver wire transaction list will come out at noon Eastern time for you guys. And then we'll be able to dive into, okay, why were these guys available? What was wrong with them? But the first couple of players that stick out to me, and important to note, the Titans' needs, pretty much the defensive side of the ball. I think their waiver claims are going to be heavily defensive. They've already added 1 free agent veteran since the initial roster came out yesterday, and that was Shai Tuttle, Vol for life, by the way, cut by the Panthers yesterday, and now he's going to be the Titans' defensive lineman 5, I believe. So some of the waiver wire guys, Juju Brents is a cornerback that the Colts cut. He was a second-round pick a couple of years ago. Chris Paul is a linebacker in L.A. who they cut, goes by Pooh Paul. Very impressive prospect. I remember people really liking him in the draft, and it was a surprise that the Rams cut him. I saw a lot of Rams folks surprised and disappointed by that. Isaiah Foskey, former first-round pick, edge player out of New Orleans, never quite picked up there, but I believe he still holds the record at Notre Dame for the most sacks in a college career, so somebody that could have some upside. And then a couple other names, rookie edge, Braden Swinson out of LSU. He was with the Patriots. He was a top 100 pick this year, and I'm not quite sure why he was cut other than the fact that I know there were some off-the-field things that turned some teams off to him during the draft process. Perhaps that's the issue. Jalen Armour-Davis is a cornerback out of Baltimore who Titans defensive coordinator Jannard Wilson coached, and he's a long guy, and they could use him. And then just to rattle off some other names, running back Damian Martinez was a rookie that was drafted and didn't make the cut this year, but he was the running back for Cam Ward at Miami, so maybe you just pair him back up with a Miami teammate. Edge Gabriel Murphy was a highly touted guy coming out of UCLA 2 draft cycles ago. Trey Palmer is a wide receiver that the Buccaneers cut. You could add to your receiver depth there, and he's a return specialist as well. And then linebacker Chad Muma out of Jacksonville. Those are guys that we over at A to Z have kind of identified as a short list. Now, the other part of your question, surprising cuts. Do we want to go ahead and get into that, or do you have any specific questions about guys that were cut?
Honestly, particularly, I was interested in James Prochet and kind of where we're headed towards kind of the special teams aspect of it, and if we're going to give DK kind of give him the reins to start off at the start of the season.
Right. Figured that's where you wanted to take it. So that was one of the more surprising things yesterday. A lot of us had Prochet on the roster. In hindsight, I understand what they're doing. To me, it's just aggressive, maybe a little bit too risky for my taste, just with how poor these special teams came out of the gate last year and the importance to get that right and not be slow to figure it out this year. And you fire a special teams coordinator, you bring in Bones Fossil, who's a legendary special teams coordinator. Your hope is that that's a thing we don't have to worry about anymore. And Prochet is this team's best punt return option, or was. He's no longer on the team. He'll likely end up on the practice squad. But Chimere Dike, the rookie who they drafted in part to be a return specialist, and they think that he could be a two-way returner, returning kicks and punts. I'm not saying he can't do it and that he's not ready. I agree with the team that he should eventually become your punt returner. I think that he can be good at it. He returned punts in college, some, not a ton. There's not a long track record there, but I believe he led the SEC his last year at Florida in either average return depth or maybe most returns over 20 yards, something like that. He had some impressive marks as a returner. I think he only returned 12 punts last year. So that's not much of a sample size. My only question is he ready? And I don't know the answer to that because we didn't see him do it in the preseason. He fair caught 2 punts in the preseason games. That's all we saw. Now, their stated reasoning at the time for giving some other players, including Jaquan Jackson, who was really just a body out there. There was no chance he was making the team, but he was back there to return like 8 punts during the preseason, was that they needed somebody to do it and split time with Prochet. And they wanted DK, a rookie receiver, who they also want to be a good receiver, to focus on developing as a receiver and focus on the offensive things, not put too many things on his plate, which I understand that in a vacuum. But if you have been planning for him to be your starting punt returner, you would think they'd spend a lot of August getting that guy ready to do that. And they'll tell you that he fielded a lot of punts in practice. And I'm not saying they're lying about that. I was at the practices. I have seen him field a punt in practice. How many? I don't know. I wasn't glued to counting how many times he returned a punt in practice during those periods. But I guess they're comfortable with it based on that. There's just a difference between the real thing and simulating it in practice. And I think it's reasonable for fans to go into week one wanting to see it, to believe it, to trust that this isn't going to cost this team, because some recent examples of Kyle Phillips, Jaquan Jackson, I can't remember the last time they had a punt returner who was truly reliable and offered something like, hey, can this guy get 10 yards and take one first down off the field for us? The bar is so low for this unit and has been for a long time in Tennessee. And so I'm not saying that they don't know what they're doing. I'm saying I hope they know what they're doing, because I'm not sure about that.
We're talking with Easton Freeze from A to Z Sports, talking a little Tennessee Titans as we close in on the beginning of the NFL season. Question for you. One of the guys that I felt like just, at least flashes that just showed out as a rookie was in the preseason was Gunnar Helm. I think everybody's pretty excited about him as the tight end of the future for the Titans, but is he still, I'm looking at it from the post you have on A2Zsports.com. From a depth chart perspective, is he still number 2 behind Chig in your mind?
For now, him and Chig, it's definitely the Gunnar and Chig show at tight end, and they'll get the majority of especially the focus in the passing game. I've been saying I would not be surprised if we consider Gunnar the better tight end by the end of the year. But right now, it's still definitely Chig, and I think Gunnar may be more well-rounded already. You could argue he's as good already of a blocker, but that's also kind of his archetype. And they play different roles, really. Gunnar is more of a traditional Y inline tight end, and that's not to say that he can't play as a move tight end, but that's where they're going to start him, at least in this offense. Chig is an F tight end, a move tight end that he plays a fullback, he plays a slot receiver. He'll sometimes be in line. He's kind of the chess piece that you move around the offense, and he's not ever been a fantastic blocker. I don't think he's ever going to be a fantastic blocker, but I would still say he's the best receiving option for this team. I think that if the team is wise, they'll use them in very different roles, because I think Chig is great between the 20s, and I think Gunnar can be great inside the 20s, or inside the 20 in the red zone. I have half jokingly said this on Twitter the other day. I wouldn't be surprised if this year Chigakonko has 850 yards receiving and 1 touchdown, and Gunnar Helm has 250 yards receiving and 8 touchdowns, because Gunnar is a big body, sure-handed, winner at the catch point type of guy that we saw in the preseason, already some proof of concept with that really nice touchdown in the Atlanta game. I think that's how they'll use him at first as a receiver, and he'll be a weapon for the team in that way. And Chig has just never really been the red zone target. That's okay. Let him help move the ball up and down the field. And I think that those two complement each other pretty well in that way.
Quickly out the door here, Easton. The last time we talked, it felt like we were talking about James Williams kind of being that linebacker next to Cody Barton.
Never mind.
Yeah, I talk about kind of the preseason that Cedric Gray had.
Yeah, really impressive, man. And a cool, it's hard to explain in words without having seen it for yourself, but a cool thing for me to just watch a guy really, to watch the lights come on for a guy, for lack of a better way of putting it. Like, there's some switch that flipped for him in the last 3-ish weeks of camp. And it didn't come from getting some guys, it's just game reps. Eventually you figure it out. It didn't come from any one thing in particular that I know of, but just all of a sudden in practice, one day I wasn't noticing him, and the next day it was like, oh, look at Cedric Gray back there. Look at him in the pile. Look at him swarming. Look at him flying sideline to sideline. He's suddenly catching my attention. And then in the preseason games, he starts the second and the third preseason game, and he makes plays, a couple of plays in each of those games. And it's like, where did this come from? It just, we talk about it all the time, year 2 leaps that guys take, and sometimes it's out of nowhere. I think that he is a prime example of that happening for a guy, and the coaching staff was really pleased with the way that he came along, and I think it's a credit to him and a credit to the coaching staff and Frank Bush, the Titans linebacker coach in particular, for developing a guy without having a whole lot of actual game reps to use to bring a guy along. That's harder to do than one might think, to get a guy developed in practice alone that way. And I think that they did. Now, I'm not going to hand out any awards yet to either of these young linebackers. We need to see them in real game settings, but Cedric won that linebacker 2 role, and the way that he's trending, I think that he's going to be a lot better of an option for this team this year than a lot of us were expecting just a month ago.
Easton, You're the man. Very last question, quick one out the door. The whole thing that went down with Cam and Jeffrey Simmons, but then the other night I saw him on camera at the preseason game and they're laughing and nothing to see here, right? That was just spirited competition when they were tussling a little.
Oh yeah, that's just and I wish we could report on these things that happen in camp because they are exciting and they're fun and it's kind of a red meat topic. It's an empty calorie topic, but I wish that we could talk about them just being fun moments of camp without people wanting to do a 48 hours worth of news cycle deep diving on what does it mean. Yeah. It means the guys are pushing each other in camp and it was fun and it's surprising when it's the star on the defensive side of the ball and your franchise quarterback on the other side of the ball. That's not something you see every day. So, you don't want to see it all the time, obviously, but It's going to happen every once in a while. And it's a fun thing about camp.
Easton, you're the man. Really appreciate you giving us some time. I know you're busy right now. We'll certainly look forward to hearing more from you during the season. You can follow this guy at Easton Freeze on X or over at A to Z Sports. Easton, thank you, my man. Hope you have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you then.
Thanks, Easton. See you.
That wraps up hour one of the show. Let's hit a break. When we return in hour two, live chat's cooking. We will talk about it on the other side. Stick around. It's Under Review on Fan Run Radio.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah. They specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Whether you are buying or selling a home or even looking for some land to build on and start a family, be sure to give Reed Emerson with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Heritage Group a shout. He is a longtime listener and supporter of Fan Run and has been serving the Mid-State for many years. Reed prides himself on his hassle-free and honest approach, and that's because he's not just chasing another commission. He wants what is best for his clients. Give Reed Emerson a call or text him today to get the process started. His number is 931-492-0418, or you can find him online at bhgheritagegroup.com.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. We do. We're Farm Bureau Insurance. And we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance. Tennessee's insurance company.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance for Tennesseans. Believe in me for all of your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871.
Hour 2 of Under Review starts now.
Welcome back to the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios of Fox Sports Knoxville, Fan Run Radio. It's Under Review. Got Bob and Sam and Brett and Jake here hanging out with you. We've reached the middle of the week, the peak. Now we go downhill, cruise right into college football. Feels so good. Appreciate you joining us as always. Let us know what's on your mind. You can reach out to us, call us, or text us at area code 865-966-3435. That's 966-3435. You can also hit us up on X at Fox Sports Knox. You can also chat with us live on Fan Run TV over on YouTube. We'll get to some of that feedback here in just a moment. But before that, let's talk a little bit about Barley's. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria. They bring you this hour of Under Review. It's also going to be the location for Fan Run's season opener watch party for the Syracuse game on Saturday. If you're not going to Atlanta, if you're just thinking, man, I was just going to hang out at the house and watch the game, why don't you just enjoy the revelry with a bunch of fellow-minded savages, as Jim Harbaugh would call them, Vol fans. The Fan Run crew will be there. We're going to be at Barley's on Saturday. Not only will you get to watch the game, you can partake in some really, really great food. Barley's kicks butt when it comes to pizza, chicken tenders, salads, burgers. They got it all. Really wide array of beers as well, adult beverages. It's all there. TVs everywhere. There's going to be lots of games on. The most important one is ours, of course, and we'll all be there to watch it. So if you're looking for something to do besides just sitting there by yourself at home watching the game, come join us. Barley's, 12 noon, Saturday. Be there. All right, let's talk a little more. We appreciate Easton Freeze joining us, by the way, giving us some rays of light when it comes to the Titans. I didn't realize Xavier Restrepo got the knife.
Yeah.
That's a shame. It would have been a cool story if he could have hung with his quarterback, but
I think they want him back on the practice squad, so
yeah,
let's see if he clears waivers.
That'll be good. Going back to, we were talking about Josh Heupel and his contract extension, and we talked about it. By and large, I think we feel pretty good about it. Brett, maybe not so much. Listeners are weighing in. There was a lot that happened while we were doing the other segment. I think I left it where it was GBMFO saying you can have this or Butch Jones level coaching back. Do you understand now? Will says Brett still has some Nate Hodges left in him, and I love it. Joe writes in and says, to be favored over these schools, you need top 5 recruiting classes. He's not wrong. You do need dudes. It was never more apparent to us than that Ohio State playoff game, right? And I mean, of course, they spent money in NIL and the transfer portal as well. But there's a pretty wide delta, right, when it comes to talent between a team like Ohio State and a team like ours. Frank Furter says, trash take. Brett, sorry. It's okay. Brett knows. He likes it.
I knew what I was walking into.
Sorry,
want more.
What'd you say?
Sorry, I want more.
You want more?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Cameron Moore says, leave it to Brett to ruin a great day. If we don't have hype, what other coach in college football would you rather have? That's actually a good question, though. His snarky comment aside, that would be the question. Because we've talked about that before when we think about basketball with Barnes, too. You know, I think people have finally gotten over that for the most part, but there's a lot of chatter about that as well. And we can talk about that in a second. Buck, maybe a little more on the Brett train. He said, I said the league would catch up to Heupel and his scheme. They have, and they would have caught up to Nico. It's the SEC with the best players. GBMFO says, what is your standard then? I think that's talking about the coach. Matthew Steele says, well, exactly. Actually, it's a good question. Outside of Bama and Florida, what exactly has he won? I did a little checking while we were in commercial. We talk about the 37 wins he's had at Tennessee. At least 10 of those wins are against teams that were ranked at the time Tennessee played them. Now, you could say like North Carolina State. I get it. They turned out to not be that good. But the fact remains, those were ranked teams at the time. And that's all you can do. You can only play who you're scheduled against, which is what Frank Furter said. He goes, you can only play the teams on your schedule. And Heupel has done great over every consistent team except Georgia. And there's not many that are taking Georgia down with any regularity. GBMFO says, I forgot to add Clemson in there too. So that would be 11 then. Clemson in an Orange Bowl blowout. LSU in a blowout. A&M was potentially, I think they were ranked at the time we beat them last year. Pitt, Oklahoma. That was at Pitt. It was at Oklahoma. Kentucky was ranked once when we beat them. Missouri, SC, ranked teams. I'm not sure if we beat Missouri when they were ranked. I think when Missouri was ranked, that was 23, and that was rough. That was rough. Shane says to Matthew, so now we got some in-chat fighting. Matthew, is that a joke? Besides Florida and Alabama, listen to what you're saying. This hasn't been done in a decade. I see progress. We griped so long about just beating those teams, and now we do. Kind of interesting. It is, it's a pretty polarizing topic, man, because there's many folks who are like, and it's fair to have expectations, right? I mean, I'm just saying, think about Heupel's resume so far. When he was hired, the moment he was hired by Danny White, given where we were as a football program, would you have taken the results that we've gotten so far?
Absolutely.
I mean, without a doubt, I would. Brett, your thoughts on it? Would you?
Yeah, but I think we're far enough past where I am thinking here and now.
Yeah.
Like, why are you extending him right now before the season even starts?
Well, and it is fair to say for a lot of coaches, some may not get that long. Jeff Lebby is a great example. There's many out there. Year 5, that's fair. It's fair to say, okay, year 5, this has been good. Let's raise the expectations a little bit. The whole goal would be, and I think it's going to be super hard this year. We made the playoffs last year, got our asses handed to us. You would think that the goal is you take away from that and you go back and it's like, okay, that's rocket fuel. We got to be better and we're going to come back better. I'm not sure this team, at least at face value, is better. I think it's still very good, but it's probably not playoff good this year. We've talked about that all summer long.
People think you're the 10th best team in the conference this year.
Right. Yeah.
That's not good enough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just not. And you're
just preseason experts, though.
Yeah,
Brad.
but that okay.
Josh
but
Heupel
they
and
see
his
the
coach
roster, they see the team.
What about 2022?
And that's bad.
What were we ranked preseason in 2022? I'm sure we were right around 10th in the conference.
Probably right around too. What?
2022.
We were like 25th in the country, right around there. That's what we are going into this year.
We weren't ranked. I didn't think we were ranked.
We were like 26, 27. We were right around, like we're 24 in AP. Like we're near what we were in 22.
Yeah.
This team has similarities to 22. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
GBMFO says you can't recruit without years remaining on your contract. It's an interesting point. Landon Kelly just says Heupel to the promised land. Let's talk about that for a second, though. It's like
we're in our winningest 3-year stretch since 1998 to 2000.
Yeah,
the glory days, as everyone likes to.
Yeah,
compare whatever your current coach is doing to what we were doing back then in the late 90s. Well, you're tracking right now.
Are you?
Yes.
You're underdogs to your 3 best teams on your schedule this year. Underdogs. How are you tracking the right way? Back then you were losing one. You were losing like one game a season.
If you want to compare yourself to what Philip Fulmer was doing and how SEC
that's what you just
football
did.
was
That's
30
what you
years
just
ago.
did, Sam. You just did that. You said we're in our winning.
The conference has evolved. We have NIL that is legal now these days, where every single team around the conference can go out and pay boatloads of money.
You can lose 3 games a season now and go compete for a national championship.
You can.
We had to
Josh
lose.
Heupel does not control how the college football playoff is created. All he does is go out there and win as many games as possible. And if 9 games can get him into the college football playoff, then that's what happens.
You know, I hate this playoff thing. I think it's ridiculous. They should never left 4.
That is not an indictment on what Josh Heupel is as a coach.
Do you think it's good in year 5 to be underdogs to a team that was about to fire their coach last year?
Bob said it last segment or whatever. Ohio State was not going to make it to the college football playoff.
I know, and that's again another example.
Look what they did in the postseason.
Ryan Day's probably fired.
Destroyed every single person in their path by a mile.
I do think it goes without saying in terms of, by and large, people's expectations of all teams, not just ours, but I think it's happening around the country. I think the playoff expansion has created that's a problem, right?
It is.
Because
it's a huge problem.
I mean, you could argue that, well, you know, the same thing when it was only 4 teams. When it was only 4 teams, you absolutely knew you had to be at an elite level.
Ohio State had a terrible regular season last year.
Yeah, no, I know.
And they got rewarded for what?
Yeah. No, it was a classic
you shouldn't be able to play bad.
Yeah.
And then it's just very sorry. I'm just frustrated about this whole playoff thing, this whole expansion. It's just, and I'm frustrated with underdogs against our 3 best teams this year. It's a lot of frustration. That's all I'm going to say.
No, I got you. Ohio State was a classic example last year of the adage, it's not how you drive, it's how you arrive, right? I mean, they got hot at the right time. Some people think, I can't believe it against an opponent like Michigan, a rival like Michigan. Some people were like,
bad one.
They kind of, maybe they just tanked, you know, because they recognized, I just don't, I think they got too much pride for that to happen, but who knows? And so again, there's part of me that thinks back in the BCS era, right, which is the era Tennessee won it all in, and in the college football playoff 4-team era, you just knew, man, you had to be playing at a very, very different level. Now, with the playoff format being what it is at 12 and perhaps going up to 16 teams, hopefully not any more than that, it allows teams to, you know, it changes. I think it changes things, the way you schedule, the way you play your season, everything. And so I think that's a bit of an obstacle, but it also does what exactly we're talking about today. It's like, if we rewound the clock and we were in the 4-team college football playoff era, first of all, Tennessee would have never been in the playoffs. But if Tennessee was having the level of success, other than the playoff appearance, the level of success that they're having right now under Josh Heupel, would our theory be, it's not good enough?
I don't know. Maybe I just grew up in those days when we were dominant, losing 1-2 games a season. And now it's just like, you I don't know. You're just rewarding bad regular season play right now.
Yeah.
And if they expand again, it's going to go up another level.
And the whole thing about us being underdogs, I get it against Georgia and Alabama. And you're right, we are against Florida, but I'd love to go back and understand what the opening lines were. Well, I can look right now. Let's look at that 2022 team. We were 3-point favorites at LSU. So we were actually favored there. That surprises me. I just think there's games where I think you can talk about point spreads now, weeks and weeks in advance.
Yeah,
and
each season's different.
November, I don't really care. I mean, I think so much could change by then. I mean, Florida may have a different coach by then. You just never know, depending upon what's going on there. So, I don't know. But I sit there and I think about who else would we rather have, and it's not,
there's not many.
Yeah, you're not going to get Kirby. You're not going to get Sark. You're not going to get these guys. Would you rather have Heupel or Lane Kiffin?
Right.
I know how I feel about that. I'd rather have Heupel. I would. Kiffin, there's a lot of fireworks. You have a lot of fun, but he's won one big game that I've seen so far. That was against Georgia last season. And then when the playoffs were there for the taking for him, he goes and loses against Florida. Here we go. This is okay.
God.
What?
Colin Morikawa made the Ryder Cup team. Pencil in a loss.
Sorry,
what the hell
man.
are we doing? It's a terrorist attack on the country.
Shane says, I'm not just a sheep either. If we go anything less than 8-4, I'm going to have some questions. I think that's fair, right? I think we've all said that. I think that is an expectation. Plus 8-4 would be very disappointing. I don't disagree with that. I think that's fair too. So I do have expectations. They are just realistic in my mind. Okay. Frank Furter says, I would never want Hype to leave. Too much potential chaos to replace. Until he starts dropping games to Vandy in UK, he could stay for as long as he wants. I've seen enough for that stamp. Landon Kelly says, if he flips Tristan Keys, the 2026 class jumps top 10 with still more to come. GBMFO says, Jamie Chadwell would be the best hire in a Hype leaving scenario. In reality, you end up with a perennial 7-5 retread. I'm still, maybe I need to do more homework. I'm still a little skeptical on Jamie Chadwell. I mean, I think he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong, but that's an enormous jump. I still believe that. He's probably going to get a bigger job somewhere. I just think to Tennessee, that feels like a lot.
I think he was saying that as like, I don't want Jamie Chadwell. That's how I was viewing that. Like,
yeah,
that's the best we could do if you don't have Heupel right now. But
yeah.
that's way worse than what Heupel is. That's how I was interpreting it.
Landon says Dan Lanning might be the only answer. Now that's interesting.
In Oregon.
Yeah. And Oregon's not won anything. Big, right?
I've said that 1,000 times on here. Yeah.
So that's the thing. I mean, it's like, again, you're not getting some of the top 2 or 3 names. You're not getting those guys. So would you take Ryan Day over Heupel?
I don't know. I think he's just been blessed up there.
I think so too. I don't think he's as bad a coach as everybody thought he was when, it was their darkest hour in Ohio State losing to Michigan. But I would take Heupel over him. I would. I don't think Ryan Day outcoached us in that playoff game. I think Chip Kelly did. I mean, they had guys, but their offense scheme was just, we could see it.
Do you put that game any on Heupel though too? Like having your team come out there without shirts on, different things like that. Like, is that out?
In hindsight, that was kind of dumb.
Come on.
Yeah, that's just that's probably that's where the leadership council got involved. Probably right. They were probably deferred to them, but I just remember we talked about that Ohio State game. Sam was there. I was watching on TV. Like that first series, I was like, we're in trouble, man. You could just feel it, just the way they were running offense on us. So.
Glad people are listening, though.
It's good. Yeah, that's right. That's good.
The plan worked.
Absolutely. Good discourse.
I didn't mean to get them arguing with each other and mad at each other, though. That's the direct at me.
Yeah.
YouTube live comments are
Hey, I think one thing we can all agree on is, if we were 9-3 and we lose to those 3 teams, I don't love it, but I'm like, okay, still pretty good season. If you go win a bowl game, take care of business, not bad, but you got to do better. 8-4, I would be disappointed. I think we got to brace ourselves. 8-4 could happen, right? I mean, it really could. 7-5 or lower, yes, I'm right there. Like that is absolutely not good enough. 8-4 is not good enough.
Especially depending on who that 4 is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you think it's Oklahoma, maybe, but
if it's Chris Phillips' pick of Mississippi State,
I'm telling you,
we got problems.
Heupel's the king of that.
Dabo. Landon put Dabo as a question mark. Dabo's another one. I don't see him leaving Clemson. He's going to finish there. Jimbo Fisher? No. That's my opinion, but would you want Jimbo Fisher over Josh Heupel? Brett?
Probably not, no.
I'd just say no. I'd be like non-starter for me. Kurt Signetti?
Like if the Oklahoma thing happens and Heupel just has a 9-3 but loses those, I mean, is that somebody Oklahoma wants? I mean, is he showing he's better than what, I mean, yeah, he's better than what Venables had showed, but is that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that somebody Oklahoma definitely goes to, or are you just going to him, because he's a great alum and former player kind of thing? But you got to get the best coach for them.
I can see him talking to him, but yeah, maybe their target is something higher than that too.
And I don't know what that would be. I don't know if it's somebody in the NFL or whatnot. I mean, I don't think Gruden's an option there.
Oh, I could see them making a run at I could see them making a run at like a Dan Lanning or somebody. I mean, they'll aim high.
I just don't know who this big new AD is and what he's thinking, and that sort of thing. But
Landon throws out Lance Leipold, good coach, but
there's not a team with a bigger ceiling and a lower floor almost this season than Oklahoma.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you've seen them all the way at like 10-2, but you've seen them at 6-6.
Okay, Landon might be trolling us now. He wrote Dirty Dan Mullen. There was a moment I wanted Dan Mullen.
So you watched him in game 1?
Yeah, I mean, that was back in the Pruitt era.
There was some talk.
I would have gladly taken Dan Mullen over Pruitt back then, but I feel like he's got some repair to do. GBMFO said LSU was 8-4 last year, and yet they're getting all the love. I think that's a guy who you want to talk about.
Who was that?
LSU.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk about some fans who are like starting to get steamed. It's LSU fans with Brian Kelly. He better be. I think he's kind of in that college football playoff mode of, if you don't make it, we got a problem.
Yeah.
And I'm there for it. I am.
Year 2 for Blake Baker. That defense better step up too.
Yeah. Then Shane just wrote, LOL, 3 days until kickoff and we are wasting time on this BS. Love it. This is it, man. In the absence of games to talk about, this is where we are. But I've enjoyed it. It's been good because I still stand by what I said at the beginning. I still am like, I feel like Josh deserves it. I'm good with it, but others feel differently, and that's cool. That's not a problem. Again, I'm just thankful at a minimum. We need better, but I'm thankful we're in a boat where it's not like we're going to be bowl eligible this year. That's where things were.
Can't you just
ago.
Like, I just picture myself after 9-3 and losing those 3 games. Like, I'm not happy.
Well, yeah, I'm not. I won't be
like
happy.
Your best win is maybe a 6-6 Oklahoma at home.
I won't be happy.
What were you asking for, though?
Like, I want to be 10-2 this year. I want to be
know
11-1.
you do, Brett, but what were you asking for in the dog days of the Jeremy Pruitt era when you can't win anything and you're just saying, man, I wish we could just be competitive with one of these.
But I see, I'm beyond that. I'm thinking ahead.
I know you are,
but
that's what you were thinking ahead of when Jeremy Pruitt was the coach. You got to be in the present moment for a second.
But I'm trying to understand why you
extended.
I'm just trying to understand why you extended a guy 1 year.
Because you're confident in him and you're confident in what he's building for the future.
But for 1 year,
what are you talking?
He's still 29,
like 4 years. No.
Well, he extended on to 29.
It was he already had existing length on the contract.
He's just till 30 now.
I didn't realize it was only 1 year. I thought it was a couple, but yeah, it wasn't like an additional 4 years. He was already in a long term.
I feel like you should be even less mad about that, Brett. It's not like we're signing him to a 15-year lock him in for life deal. It's like, hey, we're just upping him a little bit more and saying, hey, we continue to believe in what you're building with our program. We appreciate what you've done in your 4 years since then. Here's our vote of confidence in you. Go out there and continue to prove us right.
It kind of tracks with what Danny has done, right? Didn't he do this with Barnes? He added a year to his deal too, basically last season.
And I will say, I mean, I was in the dumps with everybody else until Heupel came along. I was considering us a basketball school.
Yeah.
Like, I was so far down, and
yeah,
I mean, we're borderline there.
Yeah.
Basketball and baseball are catching this football program quickly.
That's okay. I mean, and that doesn't mean football sucks. It's just they've gotten better.
I'm almost more excited for basketball.
Yeah. You would hope.
Until we lose the first preseason game to Duke, and then the season's done from there.
I mean, by the way, all the way down, not just wins and losses, but like access to the program, access to what's going on. Basketball and baseball are an open book, man.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, they don't let us see everything, but I mean, they let us see a lot and let us, interact a lot. We have the head baseball coach on our station pretty regularly. We have our head basketball coach on the station pretty regularly. We don't have anybody from the football program. And so those are the things also. It's like, I hope that nudges our football program to not only be better on the field and wins and losses, but just how they conduct business. I don't know if that'll ever change. Josh is who he is, but I just think there's a lot of things where I think it's a good thing that basketball and baseball are elevating their game, because you would hope all boats rise, and that's going to motivate. It's got to motivate.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to motivate Heupel when he's there in Omaha last season, seeing us win a national title, to be like, man, this could be a really special place. I got to do my part too. You know, he wants to win. It's just, how are you going to get to that really next level? It's a good level right now, really good level. But how do you get to the level where, again, all the talk in the offseason is about Texas, Alabama, Ohio State, and Georgia, and then all the others. Oregon's on that cusp, right? They're on the fringe. How do we at least get to that fringe? We're not there right now. That's all.
And
that's
I
fair.
agree.
I think we all want that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Last thing, and then we hit a break. GBMFO says, imagine having LSU's roster. If that happens, Heupel goes undefeated. Maybe. LSU does have talent, man. They always do. And they always lose their opener. We'll see if that happens this weekend. Let's take a quick timeout. When we return, we're going to spend a little bit of time with our guy, Jake Crane. This will be a good conversation for Jake as well as we talk about, what's going on with his world and what he thinks of Tennessee Syracuse, what he thinks of Josh Heupel and that extension, and also what's going on in the rest of college football, because people, there's a lot. Like Shane said a little earlier, we're only 3 days till kickoff for Tennessee. We're only 1 day from kickoff for a lot of college football, and talking season is about closed for the summer. Happy to hear it. Let's take a timeout. When we return, Jake Crane of Crane & Company will join us. Stick around. It's under review on Fan Run Radio.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Next week is your last chance to see your Knoxville Smokies in action this season.
No way.
Join us for our final All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday. Less than $30 gets you into the game and all the food your stomach can handle. We also have Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers, fireworks Friday and Saturday nights, and Fan Appreciation Day on Sunday with free prizes given out during the game. It's your last chance, so get those tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
Dental health is so important. It's one of those things that if you don't stay on top of it, it can really come back to haunt you, both financially and, of course, in terms of your physical health. If it's been a while since you've been to the dentist or you've got a dental issue that needs attention, do what I do. Go to Malone and Costa Dentistry at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule your appointment online right now at knoxvillesmiles.com or just give them a call at 865-539-1776 and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ed Council.
Hungry for some mouth-watering barbecue? Then take the quick drive up I-75 to Rickard Ridge for some of the best barbecue you'll ever have. Fall off the bone, Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, and fresh hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has something for everyone. Located in Cove Lake State Park with a spectacular view of the Cumberland Mountains, Rickard Ridge. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Check out their full menu and catering options online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Airlines have just reduced their prices even more. Book 30 days in advance and save big.
Want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets? Then call the Low Cost Airlines Travel Hotline right now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. The only way to access our low rates and save up to 70% is to call. Save hundreds on your vacation tickets by calling right now. You can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-631-1754. 800-631-1754. 800-631-1754. That's 800-631-1754.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Welcome back. We have a few more comments here on the live chat. GBMFO says, people did this with Fulmer. We got to stop taking wins for granted. Yeah, I would argue Fulmer kind of checked out towards the end, though. That's just my 2 cents on that. But yes, point taken. Shane, though, agrees, saying that is so true. GBMFO, that was kind of my point as well. GBMFO says, better savor every one. You might see 1 or 2 more natties in your lifetime. Enjoy it all. I'd be thrilled if we could get 2 natties in my remaining lifetime. Shane then says, people don't remember that during our heyday, everyone wants to get back to we were going 10-2 and 9-3 every year. And the SEC was nowhere near as strong. Now, I do agree with that. The fact that we're, preseason rated somewhere between 8 and 10 in most SEC projections. I'd love to be higher. A few have us higher. But, from my perspective, I recognize, again, college football has never been more competitive than it is now. It's just the question is, are we going to do a better job of keeping pace? Shane reminds us, we played Mississippi State in the SEC championship for the Natty the year we won the Natty. That is true. Forgot about that, too. Frank Furter.
Frank.
That can't be. Maybe it's his name. Who knows? You do you. He said, I was a kid in 2004, never went to games, finally got to go, and I remember being shocked at the fans bashing Fulmer and wanting him gone. Some folks jumped the gun. It's funny, man. This gets people spun up. There's no doubt about that. See what you did, Brett?
Yes, I did. It's hurricane season. I just caused a different type of one, I guess.
Yes, exactly. We are efforting a connection with our guy, Jake Crane. I think we might just have it. This will be a good segue because, again, we've been talking about the Heupel contract extension, and What's that mean? Has he been doing good enough in the eyes of the fans? Pretty polarizing topic, obviously, but it's also is what it is. And we get ready to go into the season. Big opener against Syracuse, and then all sorts of other good college games. Let's conference in another guy who's got a point of view on this stuff. He and his guys over at Crane and Company on YouTube, Daily Wire, they're doing a fantastic job previewing some of the biggest games in college football as we get ready for that glorious moment. He's spending a few minutes with us. It's Jake Crane. Jake, happy Wednesday. Happy football season eve, my man. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm like that chick on top of the mountain in The Sound of Music, man. I'm just spinning around. The weather's great. There's birds and animals, and they're all getting along. No, it's the best time of year. I'm so fired up. We did our Tennessee-Syracuse prediction video yesterday, and I'm excited for Tennessee, man. I'm really excited to see it.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in a second. I was just going to ask you, too, where you're based. The other thing that's such a icing on the cake moment. I took my dog out for a walk this morning. The weather over here in East Tennessee is positively glorious. I mean, it is a tease for fall for sure.
Oh, it's perfect. I mean, we've had our 7th-month old out on the back porch now, able to sit in her little jumpy, and it's football weather, man. You can tell it's starting to change, and it's only going to get better, and it just it's the best time of year. It's Christmas for adults. Let's be honest.
Hell yeah. Let's start with we saw you and the boys did a Tennessee Syracuse preview. Would love for you to fan that one out a little bit. We've been talking with some of the we had a person on yesterday that covers Syracuse on the regular, and I mean, I think last year they surprised everyone going 10-3, had a really good season, but boy, they lost a ton of personnel, which gives I think Tennessee fans a little bit more optimism going in. We got a new quarterback, et cetera. But how do you see this one shaping up in Atlanta?
Well, I just look at the position groups when you look at Tennessee versus Syracuse, and I don't know where you'd take Syracuse in any of them. And look, it starts and stops up front. And what you're going to hear from a lot of people, even national people, is, well, you lost Kyle McCord. You lost Pena to Penn State. You lost your 1,000-yard rusher, your other pieces at wide receiver. And that's true. But where they really hurt is on the line of scrimmage and on the offensive line. Like that, to me, is where, the problems are going to rear their head early in this game. I don't think Tennessee has to go reinvent the wheel or be super deceptive in this game on offense or defense, because in reality, you should be able to go out there and line up and dominate the line of scrimmage. So it may not be sexy from Tennessee from a play calling standpoint in this game. I think it's going to be very downhill. I think you're going to get your quick nows and things like that. Joey Aguilar doesn't need to go out there and have to throw the ball 45 times. And then on the defensive side, I don't think Tennessee has to manufacture pressure. I think you can get there with 4. And if you get there with 4, that's the defensive coordinator's dream. When I was at DC, I used to go to sleep at night and say, listen, all I ask is that we can get there with 4. Because if we can get there with 4, then I get to have fun with everybody else and confuse you. So that's where I think Syracuse is going to be beat at birth. That's why I like Tennessee to cover and really run away with this one.
I think a lot of people around the country, Jake, are just kind of penciling in that Texas-Ohio State game to be kind of the marquee matchup and the most entertaining one of the weekend. But I keep going back to Clemson-LSU, and I just feel like this is going to be an absolute dogfight to the very end. And great environment. You get that one, obviously, in a home environment and everything like that. Just talk to us about kind of the potential for the fireworks for Clemson-LSU there.
Yeah, well, first of all, I just love that we can have this argument on which game is bigger in week 1 between Texas, Ohio State, and LSU Clemson. I mean, everybody wins. Who knows at the end of the day? But I feel like I know more about Clemson and LSU, right, because of the quarterbacks that they're returning and some of the other personnel. And really, what this game means, I think, for seeding. You can make an argument that Clemson, if they're going to be a number 1 overall seed, they have to at worst go 12-1. Which means that you're going to split probably LSU and South Carolina when you're playing at the beginning of the year at home, and then another one you're playing on the road at the end of the year. So seeding, now that we're in the 12-team playoff, is huge. But when you look at the experience that both of these teams are returning and the continuity at the quarterback position, it feels like these teams may be in chapter 4 when you start reading the book, as opposed to some of these other teams with really good rosters around a new quarterback that we just don't know yet when you look at Ohio State and you look at Texas. So, yeah, I think it could be electric. But I tell you what, man, if LSU can't run the ball, and I know Clemson struggled against the run last year, and believe me, it's surprising when you look at their personnel. But like I said on the show today that's coming out with David Pollack, if you want home improvement, you call Tim Allen. If you want defensive improvement, you call Tom Allen. And that's who Clemson called. So if LSU can't run the ball, they're not going to win the football game. So I'm excited to see which one of those facets, I mean, outside of the quarterback battle, which is going to be great, but which one of the Clemson stopping the run and LSU being able to run is going to win out, because that's who's going to win the ball game.
We're talking with Jake Crane of Crane & Company. Saturday is going to be glorious, obviously. Tomorrow night, we have football. There's like 17 games. I mean, there's a lot. Some of them not so tasty. Nebraska-Cincinnati has my interest, but obviously Friday night is there's a biggie for you, right? With Auburn going to Waco. And we've talked, I think a while back, we talked about this one. I mean, this one is, I don't want to call this entirely prescriptive for Auburn's season, but man, this Auburn fans are going to be on pins and needles going into this one, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, Auburn fans will always be on pins and needles regardless. But look, when it comes to this game, I've made the argument that as big as LSU and Clemson, as big as Texas and Ohio State are, as big as Miami and Notre Dame is, as big as Bama and Florida State is, I don't know if there's a game that carries more weight for the longevity and the health of a coach at his program than Auburn going to Baylor with what's gone on kind of in the offseason with Hugh Freeze and a little bit of that negativity that we've seen. And if you're an Auburn fan, and this is another thing we talked about today, like you just feel like you've been bad for so long now. It's like, who are you? Like, who are we? Like, it's almost like, you matched on Tinder and the girl looks really good in the pictures, and you've been texting her for 2 months, and then you're going to meet in the park for the first time. Is it really her, or is it some dude named Craig that's been lying to you this whole time? That's just kind of what it feels like. You don't know.
You mentioned that Alabama-Florida State game a little bit. I feel like I've just already penciled in like an absolute throttling by Alabama in this one.
Yeah.
How much – I know you don't exactly want to be able to have too many takeaways from just a 1 week sample size, but what are you kind of looking for out of Alabama, and specifically kind of that offense with Ty Simpson running it now?
Yeah, I mean, does it have an identity? I mean, last year they had multiple personality disorder on offense. Some games they'd run it 70% of the time. The others, Jalen Milroe would try and throw him to wins. There was really no method to the system. There was no ideology. It was just like throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what stuck. Sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't. And I think, being balanced on offense, which is what I think Alabama will be, brings balance to your team, right? Because you understand who you are. And once you understand who you are, you understand how you need to play to be able to win games. So, you look at Florida State, and we tried to warn everybody last year about DJU, and they didn't listen. And then after about week 3 or week 4, they acquiesced and said, look, yeah, DJU isn't who we thought that he was. But it wasn't DJU's fault they couldn't stop the run. It wasn't DJU's fault that they couldn't run the ball. The biggest problem Florida State had last year was on the line of scrimmage. And I don't know how quickly you can fix that even through the transfer portal, right? And you're playing against an Alabama team that you can make the argument could be the best in the country when you combine offensive line and defensive line. So I don't care if this game is played in Tallahassee. I don't care if it's played in Tuscaloosa. I don't care if it's played in the Gaza Strip. I think Bama's going to be able to steamroll them, and they don't have to get cute on offense. I think Ty Simpson, it's not going to be sexy, but it's going to be efficient. And I think Castellanos is going to try and force it, and that's going to lead to turnovers. I've got Alabama 34-13.
Here's one and this one's kind of near and dear to my heart because I come from the state of Indiana, but I don't like Indiana University. Kurt Cignetti's doing a great job, though. That said, true or false, Indiana could be this could be a better team this year than the one that went 11-1 last year, but not have as good a win and loss record.
100%. Look, I love Mendoza.
Yeah.
I thought he was a great pickup through the portal. I think Indiana's going to be good, but the schedule isn't what it was last year, right? Which kind of speaks to the point that you made. I've got them and Illinois. You know, a lot of people are like, well, one of those two is going to make the playoff. I don't think so. I think they both go 9-3. And I agree with you. This Indiana team could be better. But when you look at the path to get there, it's a lot bumpier than it was last year. When you really just had to go out there and if you brought your B game, which never thought I'd say this for Indiana, it's a credit to Kurt Cignetti, you're gonna win most of them. So I think the biggest win Indiana's gonna have this year is that Cignetti made the SEC go to 9 games conference schedule.
Yeah, that's true.
Talking about that top 10 matchup on Sunday, I'm very interested in Notre Dame, Miami, because I don't exactly know what to expect out of either quarterback in that system. What are kind of the portions of the game that you're kind of looking at outside of the quarterback position that you think will kind of decide that game ultimately?
Well, you know, how is Miami going to make explosive plays on offense? Because I look at this Notre Dame defense, and they're really good. They may have the best linebacker room in the country, and that secondary is just nasty. And I look at Miami and the tools that they have around Carson Beck. Like, I like Fletcher. He's a good back. The offensive line under Mario Cristobal should be pretty good, but they're not going to be able to go 10, 11, 12 plays consistently on drives and go score touchdowns against this Notre Dame defense. So what wide receiver is C.J. Daniels just going to magically become the C.J. Daniels everybody thought he would be when he came out of high school? I just don't see those guys. I don't see the Restrepos. I don't see ways in which Miami is going to be able to affect the deep third, and Notre Dame just going to be creeping down more and more and more throughout the game, which is going to clog up the run game. And while Carson can be a little bit of an elusive threat within the pocket, I don't know if he can run away from the guys that Notre Dame has now. I've got Notre Dame, I think 30-20, somewhere like that. And now look, CJ Carr, it's going to be interesting to see him against this Miami defense. If this new Miami defense is improved with the new DC and the new 4-2-5, I haven't seen it yet. So I think Notre Dame wins.
Monday night game, right? The Chapel Bill game, correct? Isn't that on Labor Day night? What do you think? I mean, we got the news this week that this is going to be a bit of a reality show. They're doing a series for Hulu. So Jordan won out in that regard.
Jordan, great.
But talking about the team and what's on the field, what do you think success is for North Carolina under Bill Belichick in season 1? Realistically, is it like a 7-5 season, 8-4?
Yeah, I think you could get away with 7-5 because that's not a disaster, quote unquote. I think 8-4 is probably the ceiling. I like Gio Lopez, the quarterback they got from South Alabama. But I look at the depth on the line of scrimmage. I just don't think North Carolina has enough to be able to get past that 8-win mark. But to be honest with you, as long as this chick doesn't give Bill Belichick a heart attack in year 1, I think it'd be a win either way.
Who's a team that maybe has some kind of offseason buzz that you think is maybe susceptible to a week 1 loss that you're going to be kind of coming back here next week and thinking, oh man, like should we be thinking differently about how this 2025 season is going to go for this team?
Boise State, watch out. Watch out tomorrow down in South Florida. Just remember I said it. If you want 2 dogs to take this weekend, all right, you take South Florida money line and you take Toledo money line, and you put them together. Those would be the 2. Just watch Ashton Genty run in the NFL, and then tell me why you wouldn't feel even better about South Florida, because that dude is so good. Think about this. Ashton Genty rushed for 1,000 more yards than Michigan threw for last year. Just think about that. That's how important he was to this team. And South Florida's got some cats. And I've coached with Golish before, Alex Golish. Oh, buddy can do it, and he's got the horses to do it. So don't be shocked tomorrow night if you look and that Broncos a little bit got a sad look on its face, because I think South Florida could win this game.
So besides that game, really the only other one that holds interest, although I'll watch as many as I can, but is it just Nebraska-Cincinnati at 9 p.m.?
Yeah, look, I mean, God, that's a tough one. You want to talk about a game I'm not betting? I'm not going to bet that one. I will say if you're going to lean one way, You put Raiola in Arrowhead Stadium, you may get some of that Mahomes voodoo that he's cosplaying as, and he just has to be half as good, and they'll ball out. But I just, with this Nebraska team, man, I don't know. I'm not ready to just go ahead and crown them like some other people are right now. And Dylan did some really good things last year. He was young. He should be improved. And I like Dane Key. But I look around the rest of the roster. And if you know anything about Cincinnati, where they recruit from, they're going to have guys that can play. Like, it's just how disciplined are they going to be for 4 quarters? That's the question. So, look, that one I'm staying away from. I'll watch it because, I love college football and I'm interested to see it. But I would much rather bet on South Florida to cover or on the money line as a dog than put any money on that. What is it, a 7-point spread, which is even worse. It makes me feel even worse about it.
Jake, I want to do a little bit of a preseason call your shot. Who's a team that, or I guess a coach that you think is going to kind of take a next step up with their team this year and then also kind of vault themselves into a new hiring, maybe at a new place that you think they're going to be really successful at?
Oh, vault himself into a new hiring.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if we're talking about just to elevate his team, I've got Washington 10-2 and in the playoff. But Jed wouldn't leave. I would say, give me Jason Candle in Toledo. That's who I think. Give me, my brother picked Toledo to make the playoff as the G5.
I saw that.
Yeah. Jason Candle, he's already been there too long. He's had a ton of success. If you're looking other places, like maybe even Power 4 that would go to a new place. If Fran Brown and Syracuse win 8 games, I think he's gone. Back down here to the South. But outside of that, man, it's a good question. I don't think Dillingham would leave Arizona State unless it was for the league. I'll go Jason Candle.
Candle's name seems to have been out there, like you just said, the last couple of seasons. He kind of pops up. So
it's almost like Summerall, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like, okay, like when is this? When do you get on to the next ride? We've already beaten the boss in this level. Let's go to the next one.
That's it. Hey, one last thing out the door. This happened last week, but I got to get your take on this. I imagine you saw it. It's near and dear to our hearts because Dallas fans are starting to understand in the NFL the Joe Milton experience. And last week he made the comment that I'm paraphrasing here, but hey, it's my God-given talent. It's just the way the ball leaves my hands. And if the guys that are paid to catch them can't catch them, then that's their problem. I just feel like, man, that is so tone deaf, man. It's like so many things wrong there.
In baseball, if you were throwing 130 and they couldn't catch it, then awesome. That's what they want. They'd love for that, but this is not baseball. Yeah, buddy, you can't just throw one pitch. That's Joe Milton's problem. He's got one pitch, and it's pretty decent. But if I know what pitch is coming, I'm gonna hit it off the scoreboard. Like at some point, you have to have touch, and he just doesn't have it. And again, I think he's a good guy. You never hear about anything, off the field, but there's a saying in coaching that good guys typically get you fired.
Yeah, I'm afraid that could be the case in that one for sure. Hey, listen, man, as always, appreciate you spending time with us. We are almost in it, and God, I'm excited. Let the listeners know what you guys are working on. You've been doing 2-a-days and other stuff this week.
Yeah, I've been putting in the work, that old school fall camp for those who remember. No, look, if you love college football, it's pretty simple. You just go to YouTube. It's Crain & Company, CRAINN Company. We got a full Tennessee Syracuse preview and prediction that if you haven't seen, you're going to want to check that out. We're doing that with every game. Got a great show with David Pollack coming out today as well, talking some Tennessee there. So, yeah, man, come hang out with us.
Excellent. We will check it out. Thank you, as always, my man. Have a great opening weekend in college football. Hope it's successful for you in all ways possible, and look forward to talking to you again down the road.
Yes, my body is ready. Let's do it.
Appreciate you, Jake. See you, man.
Yeah.
That wraps up hour 2. We've been rolling today, man. There's a lot. Let's take a quick time out. When we return in hour 3, we got midday headlines. We got our summer finale of the taste test. And it's plural this time. We got a few things to go through. I got to set that up maybe during headlines. And then we'll play a little Not For Nothing later in the show, too. So a big third hour to wrap things up. Stick around. We'll be right back. It's Under Review on Fan Run Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. In football and life, you need a solid defense to protect what matters most. That's where Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee comes in. Score peace of mind with Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. They're your line of defense. FBITN.com.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols. I'm here to be that line of defense for all your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871 and go Vols.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life. Days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Hour 3 of Under Review starts now.
Welcome back to the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios of Fox Sports Knoxville Fan Run Radio. It's Under Review. Bob and Sam and Brett, Jake, we're all here today hanging out. Appreciate you joining us. We've had a lot of great interaction today. Everybody feels it, man. We're right there on the precipice of football starting up for real. Enough of that week 0 crap. Let's get to lots of games and lots of meaningful games. It's all going to be happening, and we are here for it. Let us know what's on your mind. You can interact with us, as always, by phone or by text at area code 865-966-3435. That's 966-3435. You can also hit us up on X at Fox Sports Knox, or if you're checking us out on Fan Run TV, you can live chat with us there. We've been having a lot of good back and forth there. We appreciate that. We appreciate you just spending the time with us. It means a lot. Heading into football season, there is a lot happening. Like we just said, there's going to be a lot happening here at Fan Run too. I would urge you to keep it locked in on Fan Run Radio today. Got a lot of interesting stuff to announce, exciting stuff, really cool stuff. We like to imagine ourselves as your go-to for Tennessee sports talk. I think you're going to get more of it as we head into football season. Perfect time of year for it, so stay tuned. There'll be more to come today. Time for some midday headlines, things going on in the world of sports, all around the world of sports. And for that, I'm going to turn things over to my guy, Sam Beard.
He's coming home. The Vikings are finalizing a trade for two-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Adam Thielen, bringing the Minnesota native back in a deal with the Panthers. Carolina gets themselves pretty nice compensation for a guy of Adam Thielen's age. 2026 fifth-round selection, as well as a 2027 fourth-round pick. Minnesota will get Adam Thielen a conditional 2026 seventh-round pick, as well as a 27 fifth-rounder. So Thielen back into the fold with the Vikings. Pretty wholesome video. It was like a video of him and his daughter dancing today, saying like, I'm coming home, I'm coming home. I guess his family's still living in Minnesota in the off seasons and stuff like that.
Didn't he? I think he went. Didn't he go to some small school
in
Minnesota?
Yeah, he went to a small. He went to Minnesota State, and then made the Vikings as an undrafted free agent. Spent 9 years there, and then back with the hometown team. So Adam Thielen just looks like a Viking always. Him like with the Panthers, I just always could blink and see him in purple for some reason.
Yeah.
So the Jordan Addison suspension, good time for them to get another vet in the building there. I also saw that Thielen and J.J. McCarthy have been working out in the off seasons in the last couple of years.
Nice.
So they already got a little bit of chemistry there.
That definitely feels right.
Mm-hmm. Big football news just in the last 5 minutes, right before headlines. Shout out to the NFL for always keeping me going with these. The Ravens have signed safety Kyle Hamilton to a 4-year, $100.4 million extension, making him the new highest paid safety in NFL history. Deal includes $82 million guaranteed. Previous record for guaranteed money for a safety was $45 million. So he blows this one out of the water. One of the more talented players, young players in the league. Definitely a key part of that Ravens defense. He gets paid handsomely there. Definitely a guy that is just a playmaker all around the field. You don't have too many like 6'5" safeties with his athleticism just growing on trees out there. So
he's a stud.
Easton mentioned it a little bit with us, but I think Tennessee fans will enjoy it. Shy Tuttle, VFL, he's back with the Titans. He signs after getting released yesterday and is not a free agent for long, as he intends to sign a 1-year deal with the Titans. You get Shy Tuttle back in to the home state, baby. Feels good.
Always nice when we got a Vol coming home to the NFL and playing in the same state. Very nice.
Tough news if you are a Michael Penix owner, maybe in fantasy. Falcons right tackle Caleb McGarry has missed they announced he will miss the entire 2025 season with a leg injury. Just signed a 2-year, $30 million extension with the team. So that is a tough blow for the Falcons. Just days away from the start of their season, they lose their right tackle for the entire season. I had to double take as I was reading that one because I had it saved, but they wrote the tweet as his blindside protector, and I was like, wait a minute, right tackle? What are we talking about? And then I was like, oh, yeah, Michael Penix, a lefty. That makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Saints have officially named their starting quarterback. I'm sorry if there's any Saints fans out there. It's going to be a tough year for you. Spencer Rattler, your week 1 starting quarterback against the Cardinals. Rookie Tyler Shuck will be the backup. He does not do enough to go win that job. Almost just feels like a strategic move by the Saints to say, let's not even let this guy that we drafted in the first round have a chance at being good. Let's make him the backup. Let's tank for hopefully Arch Manning if he chooses to come out in this draft. Maybe Garrett Nussmeier. I don't know, but Saints fans are just probably not exactly all that excited about
Roberto, right?
Yeah, Roberto is a Saints fan. Sorry, Roberto. Not going to be a very fun year for you.
They're really going to be bad, man.
Are they just hoping for Arch?
Yeah, I think that's all you can hope for at this point.
I wonder if it also influences for you fantasy drafters out there what it means with Kamara, too, because they don't have much else.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Olave, is he worth a pick?
Late round, maybe. He went in our league for auction league, like a couple bucks, something like that. He's worth a shot, I would say.
Captain Keegan has made his picks. Keegan Bradley, not one of the picks. He decides not to choose himself as a playing captain. We'll keep it as Arnold Palmer being the only playing captain in history for the U.S. The 6 captains picks: Justin Thomas, Patrick Cantlay, Colin Morikawa, Cam Young, Sam Burns, and Ben Griffin. I like most of these picks, to be honest with you. I really don't like the Morikawa pick. Just has not been playing well this year. The Ryder Cup Twitter account said we're taking his major championship experience. There's no guy that's just been riding off the coattails of his major championships.
That's the case. Go get Brooks.
Yeah, exactly. Amen to that, Brett.
But I'd rather have Brooks more. I don't know.
I'm glad to have Ben Griffin on the team.
Oh, absolutely.
There were some of those rumors flying around that he wasn't going to get selected, but he's had such a fantastic year this year. I know that there's, plenty of golf people out there that are maybe a little bit disappointed about kind of how young the team is in some aspects of it, but I think you got to just bet on the guys that are playing their best golf right now. Very interesting quote, basically from Keegan Bradley, just said hey, this is my job to go out there and be the captain of this team. I didn't feel like it was up to me to go be playing captain. And I think it is kind of you can put it 2 ways. I think you can say man, we're missing out on a guy who's playing really good golf right now. Or you can kind of say this is a guy that's clearly knowing how good of golf he's playing right now. And he's kind of sacrificing himself and saying, hey, it's bigger than me. We're going for the team here. And, I value the team more than just my own individual playing. And hopefully that can kind of rally the troops, bring the boys together, and we'll get a win in October. But
on his day, he's good as anybody. Morikawa, he's just playing poor.
I know.
It's crazy.
And I'm sorry, I might have missed it. Who's the odd man out then? Because we were talking about that the other day. We were saying there's going to be somebody who doesn't make the cut.
I would say Keegan's really just the odd man out.
So he's not going to play?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well,
Thomas, Cantlay, Morikawa, Cam Young, Sam Burns, Ben Griffin.
Okay. That's a good leadership move, saying, okay, I'd love to play, but.
I'm excited about Cam Young.
Yeah.
New York guy.
That's awesome.
He's won a tournament at Bethpage as an amateur. Playing pretty good golf this year.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Little college football news relating back to Tennessee. Colorado has named their starting quarterback for their opener against Georgia Tech. Caden Salter will be the guy for the Buffs this year. Said that he has got a ton of experience, dual threat, can throw the heck out of the ball as well, according to Coach Sanders. He's the guy at this point. Transfers over from Liberty, was presumed to be the starter, but then Julian Lewis makes his commitment final, 5-star true freshman. I think a lot of people thought that Juju would maybe put a little bit of pressure on Caden Salter, but they are going with the man with a little bit more experience. And so they will be going in that direction. Sanders said he credited Pat Shermer, and I didn't see this one. Byron Leftwich is a volunteer assistant for them now. I think that's pretty damn good hire.
Yeah, that's a great hire.
But yeah, those two will be rolling the offense along with Caden Salter this year.
Wasn't Michael Irvin doing something with them last year? Like kind of that same thing.
I don't know. I know Warren Sapp has been with them.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not sure about Michael Irvin.
Leftwich is a good one though.
Yeah, that is. Lastly here, the Brady rules are done. The NFL going to allow Tom Brady and Raiders minority owner to take part in production meetings with coaches and teams this season. Was banned from doing that last year in his initial year being a broadcaster. Banned from those information gathering sessions for nearly the entire season. Those rules were in place due to his ownership stake in the Raiders, but I guess they're either bending the knee to Brady, or maybe they're now saying, hey, if you're going to be the primary analyst on the Fox call, we're going to need you to have a little bit more information on these teams and these coaches kind of leading up to the game. So we'll bend the knee for you there. Entering his second season of his 10-year, $375 million contract with Fox. It's a mind-blowing number even when I say it out loud. Didn't exactly love him last year, so we'll see if he can improve year to year as a broadcaster like he did as a quarterback.
You can pay somebody that much and just let him be number 2, right? I mean, a lot of NBA teams do it.
I liked Greg Olson.
Greg Olson's awesome.
I liked Greg Olson. Yeah, I liked Greg Olson. Oh, this one coming in. More NFL news. Potential bad news for your Chiefs, Brett.
Yeah, it's all
NFL,
fantasy team.
Yeah, and definitely fantasy team. NFL is aiming for a potential 6-game suspension for Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice for violating the league's personal conduct policy, according to Adam Schefter, and that suspension would kick in at the start of the season. So that is definitely some news to monitor there, as that is the Chiefs' main guy right there. You look at their first 6 games, tough. Not exactly the games that you would want to miss. Chargers in Brazil. You get the Eagles at the Giants, home against the Ravens, at the Jags, and then home against the Lions. Wasn't the whole thing? I can't remember.
I thought they came out and said he was going to be good for the first games.
And he was going to take it at the end of the season or something like that? Yeah. Which I thought was stupid. Like, you can just choose when the guy gets suspended. That's kind of the whole point of the suspension.
Yeah.
So that definitely one to monitor there. Hasn't gone official yet, but expected to be suspended for 6 games. And those would be some pretty important ones for the Chiefs. They'll be just fine without him, though. They'll figure out a way. Yeah. All right. I think that's about it for me. Unless you want to know that Cam Newton has reached a multi-year agreement that will expand his role on First Take. Riveting news there.
Joke.
Joke.
See what hat he's wearing.
Yeah, that's about all that's entertaining for that one.
Listener Buck said, talking NFL, I'd say it's barely NFL. Does Travis Kelce take Taylor Swift's last name? Do we think he's done after this year?
I hope so.
I think so. I think he is. I think the dude's going to be so like...
Just go do movies, man.
He's going to be so distracted, or mail it in, or both this year. I don't know. Also, the text box.
Sorry, I my buddy sent me a very funny tweet about how they said the prenup is about to be longer than any book Travis Kelce has ever read. And then someone said that could be anything upwards of 3 pages.
I haven't checked the text box. We had a couple notes in there. This was earlier when we were talking about Joey Aguilar. Is he worthy of a nickname yet? And, Skeet from the 423 wrote in and said, you can't give yourself a nickname like T-Bone, like George Costanza did in Seinfeld. He He gave himself a nickname. T-Bone. Love that. Then another super fan, Brett. Leave it to Brett to ruin the day.
I think he's heard that.
Yeah,
Unless somebody else wrote it
I think
too.
it might have been somebody else. So that was one was live chat. This was
If
text.
you're worried about if what I said ruined your day, you got bigger problems.
Yeah, no kidding. Then somebody from the 865, High Top wrote, "We were 10-2 and have been having some good seasons, but we don't feel like a dominant or threatening team." It's kind of true. Last year we had no style points last year. Maybe against North Carolina State, it felt like we were kind of flexing on them, but that was about it. All right, guys, it's time. I'm going to have to vacate for a minute and prep. We have got the summer finale of Under Review Taste Test. Always great radio. Hey, you can check us out on video.
I'm a little nervous you're concocting something, Bob. You're having to go and do it out of pitcher, and I'm just imagine you just stirring back there.
No stirring. It's just one of them's a drink, and you got to pour.
Got drinks.
Got to pour them.
Yeah.
Okay.
He told me and Jake to drink. I don't know if you want to tell Sam or just let him.
Yeah, we don't need to.
Yeah.
Have much mystery. The drink is. We have 3 flavors of super sour Powerade.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
Never heard of it. So yeah, I gotta
Sam's
get
a sour guy, right?
I like sour candy all day long.
I love Powerade.
Why
by the
would
way,
someone drink a sour drink? I just don't understand that.
we're gonna find out. Well, we'll see how sour it is too. By the way, I don't know,
Stupid.
but I'm a Powerade fan over Gatorade myself. So hey, and again, the price was right. Not gonna lie. When I go out and shop on these, I'm doing these on a budget. So, and then we got some almonds. Flavored almonds. And
we're going healthy to end.
Yeah.
And the one we have talked about, got to finish with them, goldfish. Got some flavored goldfish. So yeah, we're gonna hit you up with a bunch. So let me get prepping on that. We're gonna take a quick time out. You can see it on Fan Run TV if you want, if you're so inclined.
Sour faces y'all are going to show.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll be right back. Stick around. It's Under Review on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Citizens National Bank. There are always memories to be made with family and friends, and we want you to share your memories with us. Share your best photos depicting your memorable experiences throughout the year, and your photo could be chosen to be in our 2019 Memories Calendar. Simply upload your photo to CMB's Facebook page's photo contest application or deliver it to any branch.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Visit cmbtn.com for official contest rules.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
In the Smoky Mountain Sun, WKTN. In the Smoky Mountain Sun, in the Smoky Mountain Sun.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Welcome back. Before we start our summer finale of the Under Review Taste Test, let's jump over to the phone lines for a minute. We got Roberto on the line. Roberto, what is up?
Bobbert. Hey, boys. We made it. Congrats. That's what I was calling. I haven't been able to call. I've been so busy this week. I haven't been able to call, but we made it. Here we are.
Yes.
We are on the precipice of real college football. You know, it's funny. My buddy just texted me as I was popping on with you guys, and he said, "Am I in a boat all by myself that Joey Aguilar is the Heisman front runner after Saturday's game?" And I said, "Yeah, I don't know. The Smith kid at Ohio State may have something to say about that, playing against the number one team in America if he goes for like 4 tuds or something, you know." But I'm cautiously and more than cautiously optimistic that Joey Aguilar actually pans out and we have a real good season.
Yes.
What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I think I'm
with you, Roberto.
I'm on the optimism train right now. Check with me after Saturday, but
okay,
we'll see what happens.
I'll text you on Monday afternoon, Bob.
Yes, do that.
All right. Sammy boy, I just want to ask you a quick question, golf, and then I'll get into what I think about Brett's prognostication on the hype stuff, and give you kind of what I know. Keegan Bradley didn't pick himself.
Yeah, I know.
I'm mad about that.
I kind of am too. I do think, though, he had a quote. He said, I grew up wanting to play Ryder Cups, grew up wanting to fight alongside these guys, broke my heart not to play because you work forever to make these teams. But ultimately, I was chosen to do a job, was chosen to be a captain of this team. And my ultimate goal is to be the best captain I could be. And this is how I felt I could do this.
See, I disagree with his logic. I saw the same quote, and I think he was picked to be the first playing captain since Arnold Palmer. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I can get that too. I think maybe he's trying to say, like, I'm playing so good, I have ultimate belief in these guys. It's going to kind of be a little bit of a kick in the pants to say, like, hey, let's go prove our captain right, who knows that he could be playing in this thing. Let's go make sure that we go get a win for him.
I get most of the selections, and obviously there's automatics. I get most of the selections. I don't think I get Sam Burns. I think I would rather have Keegan Bradley.
Pays to be
Scotty's guy.
Pays to be best friends with the best golfer in the world, I guess.
I didn't realize that.
Well, and just to go, and Keegan, the whole thing was him missing the last Ryder Cup, and the reason why they picked him to be captain is because how emotional he was and how much he wanted to be on the team, and then now they were stuck because any other captain's picking him for the team this year, the way he played.
No doubt. And I think it takes a hell of a lot of humility to do that.
Sure.
Because if I was playing as good as he is, and he's clearly playing well. I mean, in the penultimate event of the season just now, he finished third or fourth? I think he maybe two putted the last hole, so maybe he finished like seventh. But whatever, he played great. He was in the top 10 more than he wasn't this year. He even competed for majors for a short time, and the only reason he didn't even win one is because Scotty won two, right? So and he has a win on tour. I think it's probably the best move for giving America a chance to win, because if he was a playing captain, I'm not sure that would have been a thing. Also, they're such underdogs. I mean, it's like they're at like plus 190 or plus 210 now to win it.
Probably because Colin Morikawa got picked. Probably those odds probably shifted.
Well, Keegan also always said
really
the only way he was going to be on the team is he made it on points. That's what he said. He stuck to that
too. I know he said that, but people were in his ear, and I can tell you that from guys I know on tour personally. They were in his ears like, dude, you need to put yourself on the team. And he didn't do it. So tip of the cap to him for his humility and wanting to be Captain America, because he's truly the Captain America this year. And then speaking of Brett, if what I was picking up what you were putting down about you don't understand why it was a 1-year extension and no raise, correct?
Well, I just did.
So
why not?
I can give you some inner workings that I know from people, because I work with several people at the university, and I do finance for a living. I think people know that. They are in a big time squeeze your belt loop type of deal here. Like, they're tightening that belt a lot over there. Mm-hmm. And instead of cutting Tom, Dick, and Harry, and Sue from their normie jobs to free up another couple of $100,000 of income to just give it to the head football coach, they're keeping those people employed. And Josh not getting a raise, that's why. 1-year extension, I can't exactly explain that other than there's guaranteed monies involved when that happens, right? Because it extends his buyout. So you're not going to give him a 4-year extension because it quadruples his buyout for that same year. See where I'm going there? Yeah. So the math says that's why it happened. Now, that also triggers to me that it might be we don't think you're going to have a great year. Danny White saying that. And you get your raise when you do have a great year. So maybe he's trying to kick him in the pants a little bit. Maybe he's trying to get him to find a wide receiver in the portal at some point in his career. I don't know. I guess Dante Thornton is the best portal wide receiver we've ever had. Him or Brew.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Am I way off here? I mean, Peyton was pretty good too, but I don't know. I don't know what it was about, but I can tell you the finances internally we had the largest income to the university, and that's top line. That's gross income to the university in school history last year in athletics. But they're still tightening their purse strings and they're trying not to fire people. I'll just leave it at that. Guys, have a great day. Thanks for your time. Go Vols.
Thanks, Roberto. Yeah, again, like I've said before somewhere, that a wise person once told me when I was negotiating a contract for myself in my corporate job that the contract is really, you should just simply look at it as the best protection for you when they don't want you around anymore. Mm-hmm. So if you think about it, extending it another year, like Roberto said, it just adds to the buyout, So it's another way to kind of protect your flank down the line. And man, when you're talking about that much money anyway, as long as you're not taking a cut and pay, what's wrong with it? It's pretty good. All right, it's time. It's time for the summer finale.
Really dangerous.
These blueberry almonds are just all up in my nose right now. So I don't know if I like it.
So what do we want to do here? Because we're
not a smell test. Then
this is going to be a two-parter. Okay, we're going to do.
They're not passing it.
What we've got to start is we've got a little drinky, and we also have some nuts, and then we'll take a break, and then the last segment we'll do the goldfish. But do we want to drink first, or do we want the nuts first?
Gosh,
that sounds a little gross. Do we want the nuts first?
I think nuts personally.
I have heard horrible tales about these wasabi almonds.
Oh, dude,
you're wrong about this one, Jake. Yeah. Unless you don't like spicy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, he saw his eyes water on those pork rinds.
Let's do the almonds first. Okay.
Okay.
Now I've had 2 of these 3. Okay, and I can tell you, the ones I've had are good. That's why I really was not going to get them, and then I was like, I like these. We got to try them. The first ones, there's 3 versions here. There is wasabi almonds that seem to be in Jake's head, and I would say we save those for last. Okay. We have blueberry almonds. I'm not kidding. Blueberry.
They're blue too. They're purple.
Yeah. Never had those. And then the third is kind of a more orangey looking thing, and that's the habanero barbecue. Okay.
All right.
I say we start with the habanero barbecue and then cut into it with something sweet, and then we wrap with the wasabi. All right. So first one, habanero barbecue. And again, I kind of know I've had those.
Turn my mic off so nobody.
Oh, those are good, man. And they're not like crazy hot or anything. And you got to remember, almonds are good for you. It's just another way.
Feel healthy already.
Yeah, that's really good.
Sodium levels super high, of course, but those are good, right?
Fantastic.
Those will
Fantastic.
get eaten up by the boys at the station.
Yep.
Almonds are.
Those play all day. All day.
All right.
All day long.
Now, cleanse your palate for a little bit. Let's cut into something sweet.
You're right. That smell for those blueberries. Oh my!
Pungent, right?
Yeah.
I haven't smelled them. Oh, yeah, that's sweet.
I don't necessarily love certain fruit flavored things either.
Well, fruit flavored nuts are weird, but we're going to try. This is blueberry we're doing.
Okay.
Honestly, that's not bad. Once you get past the color, it's not bad. Not top of my list or anything. Nuts to me are usually savory, so
yeah, fruit and almonds don't need to be mixed together. No, the more this sits in my mouth, the more I hate it.
What do you guys think?
Awful.
I'm not a fan.
Not great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that's going to probably be number 3 for me.
Cleanse your palate because
it's definitely number 3, Brett.
The pièce de résistance is next. The wasabi soy.
I've had these before. These are fantastic. I'm excited.
Same here. You got to keep an open mind here, Jake. The wasabi
I'm just small
soy.
one.
Or with not much dust on it.
Yeah.
This one's split in half. I'll eat this one.
Oh my God. Love them.
Oh, nope.
Not the worst.
Wait till you get going and you eat a bunch of those. That's when it's like,
How do you like that?
Y'all like wasabi peas? You ever had that?
Yeah, I have.
I love wasabi peas.
What do you guys think? Jake, we know.
No.
Yeah, not great, but I could deal with it.
You like spice, right, Brett?
Yeah, that doesn't have
You
as
don't
much
like
spice.
you don't
to
like
me, though.
wasabi that much?
Not that much, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I could eat those though. Those are two though. Number two.
I'm all in on those.
I gotta have my last habanero. Those are the winners.
Really?
Yeah, I like the wasabi. Don't get me wrong.
I'd go wasabi 1, habanero barbecue 2.
Yeah,
I'm
with
starving myself for a few hours. Blueberry 4.
I'm with you. I'm
The
with
only
you.
thing left on the earth, the blueberry.
Yeah, I think I'll just die hungry.
Yeah.
I don't think I can finish. I don't think I can. I have one blueberry left. I don't think I can finish it.
Yeah, it's just
They're not. Yeah.
So Jake, who you would take the habanero?
Habanero, then blueberry.
Oh my
then
God.
wasabi, yeah.
Really?
I don't like wasabi.
Brett?
I am the habanero wasabi blueberry.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, are we ready to do a little drink?
Okay.
We have 3 flavors here of super sour Powerade. We have I forget the names. You guys got the bottles. One,
Yeah,
it's-
cherry kickers, the red. Oh, I thought it was orange, but it's actually peach.
Yeah,
peach pucker,
peach pucker,
and then grape shocker.
Let's start with the peach pucker. Everybody's got some in their cup.
About to.
Smells good.
Does smell good. That's not that. That's kind of sour.
I love that.
It's pretty good though.
That's fantastic.
That is good.
Right? I think it's pretty good. And it's sour, but it's not like overwhelming.
I don't think it's
sour.
really all that sour. It almost just has more like describing it as having more flavor doesn't really make sense either. But
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called extra sour. That's not bad.
I think these would be really good on ice.
Oh yeah.
Just like you get kind of some crushed ice or something like that.
I always have
Chick-fil-A
some.
ice with these.
I've got some Powerades stocked in my fridge in the garage and in the house. I know Brett's a Powerade.
Yeah, I'm a
Zero
big
guy.
Powerade. Don't know if I do extra sour in my fridge though.
Yeah.
That's 50% more electrolytes.
Really?
Versus the leading sports drink.
Okay.
All right, so we're giving Peach Pucker a thumbs up.
I think so.
I mean, I don't know if I'd race to get it, but it was fine. I liked it. Sam thinks he's going to be swimming in it this weekend. All right, we're going to go grape next. Let's go grape. Now, I'm going to tell you, grape Powerade typically is my favorite flavor. And this is ruining it for me.
Really?
This tastes like that medicine.
Yeah,
I
this
had
tastes
as a
like
kid.
I can't do this one.
This one's more sour to me.
This doesn't taste that much different than a regular grape Powerade to me.
No.
All right, there's a lot of grape in that.
That one tastes more sour to me than the peach, to be honest.
I think we're 2 for 2 so far.
I don't like it because, again, I'm more partial to the regular grape, and
Yeah.
that's my favorite Powerade flavor. So I'm down on it.
Yeah, I'm down. I just don't like grape.
Jake?
I mean, I drink it. It's all right.
All right. We got one more. Cherry. Now, I've never heard of a Powerade or a Gatorade with a cherry. Oh, no. Powerade's got the white cherry. So I like that, too. This better be good.
Gatorade has one of those
This one
too.
smells
I think.
like a maraschino cherry. I feel.
Yeah, this is very cherry
It
smelling.
does.
That's good. That's good.
That is good. That might be top
We
of the
must have
list.
different palates here, guys.
I
Because
like-
to me, this tastes like cough medicine.
I like cherry a lot too, like cherries. And I actually bought a spare bottle of this that's still at the house. This was the one I bought 4 bottles. I kept one behind, and I'm happy about it. I can drink this. Sam, what do you don't?
I don't hate it. Like out of these flavors, that would be the one I like the least.
Cherry is good.
I'd buy this and drink it and be fine. I wouldn't buy it again.
I like it. Brett, you like it?
Yes.
You're on with cherry. Jake?
I like it. I think peach is still my leading one, but cherry's probably my second.
All right, so staying with you, we'll give your ranking is peach number 1, cherry 2, grape 3.
Yep.
Brett, what about you?
I'd go, cherry, peach, grape.
Sam?
Peach, grape, cherry.
I think I'm with Brett. I would go cherry, peach, grape. Those were good. But that grape one to me was like super sour.
Really?
Yeah, more so than the others. Peach was the smoothest one. I didn't think it was that sour.
I think I'm going to go buy those. I like that, though.
Go to there's a grocery store where you can get them for $1 a piece right now.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have the card. But okay. That was a good one. I still got some of that almond taste in my mouth. We're going to hit a break, and when we return, we still have goldfish to do. And then if we, time permitting, we'll do a not for nothing. We may not, though. This is just too entertaining. Stick around. Be right back for the final segment. You're listening to Under Review on Fan Run Radio.
You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
Looking for your go-to spot to unwind, enjoy great food, and sip something new? Then head over to the Casual Pint North Shore, where the craft beer is always rotating, the food hits the spot, and the vibe is just right. Join Fan Run Radio for our first Football Friday broadcast of the year, live this Friday from 3 to 6 at the Casual Pint North Shore. Plus, check out brunch every Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 3 with awesome bites and the perfect pour to start your weekend. Not into beer? They've got wine and craft cocktails too, including favorites like the Old Fashioned and Espresso Martini. And don't miss the Ales for All's Passport Challenge. Visit 6 of 9 participating locations and earn a limited edition t-shirt while supporting the Alzheimer's Association. The challenge ends August 31st, so act quickly and support a good cause. Get all the details at northshore.thecasualpint.com and make your next hangout the Casual Pint North Shore.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area, from Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
It's football time at Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for the drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer. Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Appreciate our guests joining us today. Easton Freeze from A to Z Sports, and then Jake Crane of Crane and Company. Tomorrow, we'll be talking with Jack Foster, previewing some college football, opening night and the college game tomorrow night, amongst other things. Be a lot to talk about tomorrow. And also, listen in live chat, last couple of things here. Mr. Jones said, is there a brand of nuts called D's yet? All right. That's a good one. That's a good one. And then Mr. Jones said Dimetab. He must have been thinking about the flavors of the drinks.
That's, yeah.
And
That grape.
then Mr. Jones also said watermelon. So I wonder if they have a flavor, watermelon. So anyway, appreciate y'all interacting with us today. That's been fun. Last one here we got is goldfish. Who doesn't love goldfish? They got all sorts of flavors. I went and got a few. So today we have some of the mega goldfish. Those are big. I've never had those, but
I haven't either.
Yeah, we're going to give those a shot. We have cheddar jalapeno, and then we also have sharp cheddar.
These are all the big ones. Cheddar jalapeno's big.
Yep, they're the ones at the bottom. Okay, for you. Okay. And then the ones at the top are the sharp cheddar. The ones in the middle are pizza flavored and Frank's Red Hot flavored.
What is this one for me? Cheddar jalapeno?
Cheddar jalapeno. Okay. That's the one we're going to start with. Okay. Cheddar jalapeno is first up.
Okay. These are big old fish.
They are. It doesn't taste like much.
I'm not getting much from that.
No.
Those taste like nothing.
It's disappointing.
Very disappointing.
It's almost like they took the goldfish flavor out of it, too. It kind of just tastes like a cracker.
They're kind of airy, right? They're puffed more than the other ones. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, there's not much to those.
That's a huge swing and a miss, in my opinion.
I agree. I'm not a fan. Let's move to pizza. Pizza is next.
Extra cheesy pizza.
I've had these. These are phenomenal.
Are they?
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay. It's tough to get a good pizza thing. Those are tough to beat. Oh. My. Jake's right.
Wow, that pizza taste hits you right away.
Fantastic. There used to be a thing when I grew up. I don't think they make them anymore. It was called pizza spins. And so imagine like the material that they make Funyuns with, but they were little round things and they tasted like this with the pizza seasoning.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Sure. I'm all in on those.
They're good.
Big thumbs up on pizza.
Yep. Big,
Okay.
Posting a low score in the clubhouse. I don't know if anything's going to touch that.
Let's move to the second big goldfish, which is the sharp cheddar. Something tells me these are going to be pretty good. They can't mess up cheese.
Sounds like a normal goldfish, though. Just large.
Is the cheese a little stronger? I guess they just dust them with a little more. Because regular cheese goldfish don't have like the powder on them, right?
Some do. You can get one, I think. Yeah, those just taste.
They taste like
Megas are a
cheese.
letdown.
These big ones, these big ones I think are just a swing and a miss for me so far.
It's supposed to be sharp cheddar. I'm not
tasting
feeling that.
sharp. That's why I got them. I thought, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Goldfish may be the loser of this whole summer taste test thing. Okay, we got one more. We got one more, and that is Frank's Red Hot.
I was hoping you get the pickle ones.
Couldn't find them.
Okay. Sam bought them all.
They did say limited time only. What are these other big ones?
I don't think there should be only two big ones.
Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, these were just all the same ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Frank's Red Hot.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. Those work. I've had these before.
You like those, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good.
I like them too. They're not like they're hot, but they're not crazy.
The little ones have had the best flavor. The normal size ones, I guess I should say.
I think you're right. All right. Let's rank them. Jake, you go.
Sorry, I have a full mouth. Hold on, give me a second.
I think he's going to go pizza,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then the Red Hot.
I'm going to go pizza, Red Hot, sharp cheddar, and then cheddar jalapeno.
Brett, what say you?
Yeah, I think I'm similar. I can go back and forth on the mega ones. They both tasted almost the exact same.
Yeah.
Just a plain non-taste.
I was going to say I'd eat them.
It must just be the large. I just couldn't find the flavor.
If they were there, I'd eat them, but it's not like
I think it's the density of the fish.
They needed a test bag before they brought the large ones out.
I'm getting the aftertaste of the Red Hot now.
Yeah, you are.
Carry a little kick.
Definitely, I can taste it.
Sam, how you ranking them?
I think I'm going to go exactly what Jake did there.
I think we're unanimous.
Pizza Red Hot, and then I guess I'm kind of with Brett too. Like you can spin it either way for the big fish. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'd rather go for the little guys.
I believe we are unanimous. I'm ranking Pizza tops, Red Hot second, Sharp Cheddar third. The jalapeno cheddar I had some high hopes for. I was kind of disappointed by those. So that's it. We wrap up the summer taste test. It's been fun. I was thinking about it last night. We have done potato chips, tortilla chips or Doritos. We have done ice cream sandwiches. We have done Pop-Tarts. We've done pork rinds. We've done Pringles. And then William Pattison just sent me something.
I was just about to bring that up.
There's a whole new round of potato chips that Blaze just dropped.
They kind of sound really good too.
Are they like loaded nachos?
We got loaded nachos, hot sauce, and then kettle cooked cheesy buffalo dip.
That's yeah.
I think the loaded nachos and the buffalo dip could be great.
Yeah.
I believe these are just Frank's Red's hot sauce, not Frank's.
Interesting. Well, it's been fun doing it for sure. So, all right, boys, another great show today as we get closer to football. Just think we'll be talking about football soon enough all the time, and it'll be great. Sam, great job by you today. Appreciate it. Brett, appreciate your help as always. Good work. Jake, same to you. Good work. Appreciate you. And you, the listener, we certainly appreciate you. Keep it locked in on Fan Run Radio today. Like I've been saying, a lot to talk about later in the day. Keep it locked in. You got the Chase with Chase Thomas next, followed by the Drive with Russell Smith at 3 o'clock, Overtime with William Pattison at 6, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Until then, I hope you have a great day. Thanks again.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.